Welcome to the televised rebroadcast of Henderson Lions football on TCA Cable Channel 10. Tonight's broadcast utilizes the live play-by-play coverage of KGRI FM radio from last Friday night's football game. Coming up just before the televised kickoff are interviews with the opposing team's head coach and Henderson Lions head football coach and athletic director, Dennis Alexander. Tonight's televised broadcast of Friday Night Football is brought to you by Citizens National Bank of Henderson, Peterson's Home Furnishings, Henderson Memorial Hospital, the law offices of Welborn, Houston, Atkinson, Mann, Sadler, and Hill, East Tex Telephone Cooperative Incorporated, First Baptist Church of Henderson, People's State Bank, Smith Chevrolet Oldsmobile Cadillac, Henderson Brick, a division of Boral Bricks, and Henderson Tire and Custom Wheel.
And welcome here to Henderson Field as your Lions are set to take on the Nacogdoches Dragons. And joining us right now is Coach Kenny Wheaton of the Dragons. Coach, first of all, thanks for joining us today. Second game of the season, you had a good first outing, 41-21 over Bryan High School. You had to be pleased with that effort. Your offense seemed like it came out of the gates well.
Yeah, they did. We were pleased with this point. Like I was telling Coach Alexander, we'll take any win. We're trying to build our program. Henderson's got an established program, a lot of tradition, and we're trying to get where you guys are. So we'll take it any way we can get it right now.
You run what you call a slot bone offense. Kind of explain that to the Lions fans.
Well, it's triple option. We've run it for 18 years. I was at Lake Highlands and Mount Pleasant and Red Oak and Arkadelphia, Arkansas, and it's the only thing we know how to do. And, of course, last year we didn't run it very well against Henderson Lions, so we hope to have a better outing tonight.
Seemed like your quarterback has been able to, at least in the first game, lead this team. Tell us a little bit about this kid.
He's a good athlete, William. We moved him from split end to quarterback, and he had a great spring. And, we're real excited about him. We've got some good kids that surround him also.
Yeah, that's what I noticed reading up on the team, the backfield. I got a chance to watch Kavansky Chapman in baseball this year, a talented kid. You also have a couple other guys that are able to churn up some yards as well.
Right, we have a couple of return starters back here. Of course, Kavansky didn't play when we played Henderson last year. He sat out the first couple of games. He'd been in baseball and hadn't played football in a couple of years, so we're glad to have him.
One thing that you kind of have in common with the Henderson Lions this year, a lot of starters lost from last year's team. How do you feel about the team at this point?
We feel good. Like I said, we're building, and then we're trying to get ready for a very tough district, obviously, just like you guys. So we're glad to play good competition like Henderson.
You look like you mentioned, the slot bone offense. Do you look to put it in the air at all throughout the season? We
can throw the football. We throw probably 40 minutes a day. People wouldn't believe that, but we do. We work on it very, very hard.
Going over to the defensive side, looks like you have 5 linemen, 2 linebackers set up. Give us a little bit of a preview of how you come at the teams defensively.
Just 50 defense, same thing we've always run. Coach Brown does a tremendous job on that side of the football, and we've got a couple of good TNT people there, and linebacker returning, and a couple of secondary people returning, and we just play sick'em football.
I noticed in some previews, Sam Harrod, one of your linebackers, he played through the third quarter of your game on last Friday night. Is he going to play the whole game tonight? Is he back healthy?
I hope so. He injured himself before. We had a lot of guys injured last week that are healthy this week. We strength train probably like y'all do throughout the year, and he dropped 250 pounds on his chest while he's working out before the game. So he was a little sore last week.
I appreciate you joining us, and thanks again.
My pleasure. Thank you.
That's Coach Kenny Wheaton of the Nacogdoches Dragons. We'll be back with Coach Alexander in a moment on Lions football.
Turning points, those times in our lives that make a dramatic impact. Marriage, divorce, a child's birth, a death. These are just a few of life's turning points. But life's ultimate turning point is where we will spend eternity. I'm Jerry Wilson, pastor of Henderson's First Baptist Church, and I want to invite you to join us Sundays at 11 a.m. and 6 p.m. as we discover biblical answers and support for life's turning points.
Now joining us here on Lions football is your coach, Dennis Alexander. Coach, going into week 2, a good road win at Palestine to open up the season. One of the many things I'd like to address is, first of all, first to look at the wing tee, and I thought it was a pretty balanced attack.
Well, it was a good night. Kids blocked really well on the offensive line, and we had some backs ran pretty well most of the time and did their part in the blocking scheme. Then we had some wing back plays and passes, and really had some guys open in the passing game, and I thought we executed that part well. Probably didn't throw as much as I thought we would, the way things worked out, but it was a good first game, I thought, for the offense.
Most of the carries going to Derek Page and Kennetta Neal, but it seemed like you had a lot of depth. You brought in, I'd say 5-6 backs who were able to produce.
Yeah, we played Fred Bowens and Tim Fuller, who we moved back down to junior varsity to get more carries, and then we Chris Starling. And then Brian Brown played a little bit at fullback, and so we got around 5 or 6 backs in, and some of those kids start on defense, so we don't want to play them on offense unless we have to, so they can get a little time to rest. But it was a good balanced attack, and we intend to play a lot of backs to keep them fresh and maybe to help keep them motivated, and so I think they can all do it.
Like you mentioned, you had some chances to complete some passes, a couple of drop passes, but pretty much you could stay with sort of the same game plan, can't you?
Yeah, we're going to do it every week. Now, we have some other passes we didn't throw the other night that we will throw occasionally, but some of those we'll throw every week against any opponent. And there were some really nice passes, and I guess there were 2 drops. One particularly was easy catch, but just missed it, and that happens. But we were pleased with what we got accomplished there.
After week 1, it gives you a little bit of time to evaluate the ball club. At quarterback, still going to go with both players?
Well, tonight, probably going to start Travis Adams since he didn't get to play last week and through 2 days, and during the spring he got a lot of work and played well in the scrimmage and hurt his shoulder against John Tyler, so probably going to give him a chance tonight and then bring in another one and just go from there, see how it's going and see who performs under pressure the best and in difficult situations. And so it'll take a little while to see and get it worked out, but right now we have confidence that each one of them will do a good job.
On the other side of the ball, one thing that we commented on the booth on last Friday night was the play of the defensive line.
Well, defensively, we're not as good as we would like to be and as good as I hope we will be in a couple of weeks. Playing these option teams really gives the inexperienced team a lot of problems because we're still trying to learn our assignments and we're sitting back too much, not being aggressive enough. But and we're going to have some trouble tonight, but hopefully we will make some good plays and be more aggressive. But Nacogdoches is very talented, particularly at quarterback, and if we make a mistake on our assignments, he's liable to go all the way, and we'll just have to work to overcome it and correct it. But I just hope to see us more intense and get after it, and we'll get other things corrected.
Palestine used 2 quarterbacks last week. The second one, Equin Rhodes, kind of brought that option variety to that game. Do you think that helped school you a little bit for what you're going to see this week?
Well, it's similar in a lot of things they did. Then there were some differences. Palestine's really not as far along as Nacogdoches, so it was maybe we've improved this week. It may be hard to judge, though, because they'll just execute so much better, I feel like. And but I'm glad we're playing them back-to-back, so at least we've seen it.
I appreciate you joining us. Good luck tonight.
Thank you, Charles.
That's Coach Dennis Alexander, and we'll be back with more on the Henderson Lions Football Network in a moment.
People's State Bank is proud to announce a new 24-hour customer service access line, an incredible advancement in bank customer service. All you need to do is press a few buttons and you can receive your checking, savings, CDs, and loan balances. Here's the number, 657-7019. That's 657-7019. You receive step-by-step procedures that are easy to follow. That's 657-7019. It's incredible. People's State Bank, member FDIC.
And welcome to Henderson Lions Stadium as your Lions set to take on the Nacogdoches Dragons here tonight. Both ball clubs coming in 1-0 on the young season. This is the first home game for your Lions, who traveled last week to Palestine, where they won 28-10. Good evening. I'm Charles Witt alongside Bobby Briscoe and Charlie Franklin, as we're very happy to bring you Lions football right here on KGRI, your voice of Henderson Lions football. And guys, a beautiful night for a ball game, also an interesting game. Still early, of course, in the season, still both teams feeling their way through the process, and interesting situation for the Henderson Lions team here tonight. Going to have a couple of new things thrown at them tonight. First of all, on the offensive side of the ball, they are going to start Travis Adams tonight at quarterback. Last week we saw Jonathan Stovall and Philip Corley. Going to still see them, but Adams gets to start. It's going to be interesting. He got a lot of snaps in training camp and spring ball.
Yeah, he did, Charles, and Coach Alexander wants to see him. He wants to put him in a game situation. That way he can truly evaluate him. I don't know that, of course, don't ever try to outguess Coach Alexander, but, I would think that he has to have him on film so he can look at all three of them. He has Philip and he has Jonathan. Now he wants to get Travis on film so he can actually evaluate him and decide what he wants to do. Charlie, a point of I think, interest here. Who started, what head coach started this tradition of excellence that we've got in our football program?
Coach Fred Jackson.
And guess who's here?
He's down there. I was talking to him a while ago.
After Coach Fred Jackson, who continued this tradition?
Jimmy Watson.
And guess who's sitting right out in front of us?
That's right.
Jimmy Watson.
And there are a few assistants around, too.
You better know it. Yeah, there is, Charlie.
Two I know up here in the booth.
Yeah. And that's just the thing about it here, Charles. It is just, it's a hometown deal, buddy.
Yeah. Might mention last night the junior high Cubs got off to a great start. They won 44-0 and 42-0 here against Nacogdoches. I think our ninth grade.
Yes, sir.
Ninth grade JV also won. So.
Yeah. As right now here in Henderson Lions Stadium, it's time for our national anthem, brought to you by the Henderson Lions Band. Band under the direction of Ronnie Ferguson. Well, guys, I don't know if that gets you fired up, but I got goose pimples, I think. That's a wonderful job by the Henderson Lions band, once again under the direction of band director Ronnie Ferguson, his assistants Tony Hale, Andrew Furr, Jimmy Yancey, Lynn Cooper, and Tommy Moore, as we are ready for football. As the Nacogdoches Dragons have come to town, a Class 5A team, but like Charlie mentioned just a bit earlier, an old opponent in Class 3A, and this old opponent is going to try to come here and seek some revenge from last season as the captains take the field for the coin toss.
Let me give you the captains. Number 45, Jeffrey Holman, who is a middle linebacker who did not play last week. He's a senior. He's expected to play a lot tonight. He's one of the co-captains. Chad McRae, offensive center. Grant Vedito, offensive guard. And number 7, Pat Sanders, a cornerback. That's our 4 co-captains for tonight. Of course, our field here in Henderson Lions Stadium runs north and south. And we'll know shortly here who wins the toss as the referee is talking to the co-captains from Nacogdoches. And there's very little wind. I'm looking down there at the Old Glory. It's not even moving. So I don't think the wind will be a factor at all tonight. It's going to be a great night for football. Football's in the air, and everybody's excited and ready to go.
Of course, all the kickers thanking Mother Nature for no wind tonight, as it can get windy around this part of the area, as you guys were mentioning before we went on air. As still the coin toss taking place. It's going to be interesting tonight facing this Nacogdoches team. Bobby, they have a slot bone offense, a triple option. Going to be kind of interesting to see how the young defense of the Lions reacts to it.
Yeah, it really is, Charles. Everybody has, every football coach, defensive coach, they go in and they teach their linebackers and they teach their down linemen, and certainly, of course, the secondary. They teach them keys, and for a wishbone, it's really a difficult offense to teach your linebackers what to key. You know, if you're playing split backs, you can pretty well key the backs, and what they do will take you to the football. But in the wishbone, you know, there is some deception there. But really the difference in good defensive coaches and bad defensive coaches, the good defensive coaches figures out the key really quick by looking at the videos. So it really shouldn't be that much of a challenge, but we'll see.
We won the toss, and we elected to receive the football. We will receive the ball from the north end going left to right to the south end. So we'll get the football first. We won the toss, and they're going to take it.
What I was talking about, Charles, figuring out what to do and how to stop them is one thing. Stopping them is another thing. So it's really with our coaches, they have the keys. They know what to do to stop the wishbone. It's not a unique offense anymore, is it, Charlie?
One thing we've got to do, we've got to stop that quarterback.
Yes,
he carried
we
the ball
do.
17 times for 133 yards last week. So we've got to be putting helmet on him every snap in that option. So it'll be interesting to see. I'm sure that we'll be making him pitch the ball some tonight.
Since Henderson's going to be getting the ball first, let's run down the offensive starters for you. Of course, at quarterback, it's junior Travis Adams, number 14. Fullback, number 20, Derek Beaupage. At tailback, Kenyatta Neal, number 21. On the flanker, number 1, Pat Brown. Split in is number 12, Charles Simpson. On the line, quick tackle, number 72, Doug Gibbons. Quick guard, number 61, Grant Vidito. Center is number 52, Chad McRae. Strong guard, number 63, Javis Wright. Strong tackle, number 71, Matt Appleton. And the tight end, number 86, Terrence Oliver. Like Charlie mentioned, the Lions going from left to right on your dial and back deep for them. To receive this kick, number 5, Brian Brown, near at the goal line. Also joined by Derek Page and Neal. As kicking for Nacogdoches is number 9, and for them that's Doug Miller.
They always have a good kicker, a place kicker and field goal kicker, kickoff man. As you can see, Brian Brown inside, got the goal line there. The other two got inside the 5. So we respect their foot on the kickoff. So I expect them to kick the ball pretty deep.
That's it. The one thing that threesome over there ready to receive this kick represents speed.
There is some speed out there tonight. I will promise you that. When you've got Kenyatta out there.
Who's back in the middle, Bobby? 80 something. I can't see. Can you see it?
That's Canaan Wellhite, I believe.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
84, Canaan.
Okay.
As we're ready, crowd's on its feet, and it's the first home game of the season for your Henderson Lions. Nacogdoches is ready to kick it off. And we're underway here tonight. The kick is straight down towards the far side. Neal is going to take it at the 5, comes inside, 15, 20, breaks a tackle, to the 30, to the 40, he goes outside to the 50, 45, 40, 30, 25, 20, he's going all the way, touchdown Lions! A 95-yard kickoff return by Neal, and the Lions are on the board.
Well, we do have an explosive offense, and yes, there is some speed back there.
We did the same thing a few years ago at Nacogdoches, Bobby. You remember
We're not going to talk right now, but
about 3 or 4 years ago, the same thing happened. We broke one all the way down there.
Good recognition by Neal to see the hole on the far side of the field, and he broke through that initial stack up around the 20, and after that, all he had to do was beat the kicker, Doug Miller, and he had no problem doing that. And Clayton Kirsch now comes on for the extra point. Last week, in extra point attempts, he was 4 for 4. Number 79, Kirsch is a junior. Here's the snap, ball down, kick up, and it's good. And your Lions lead it early, 7-0 with 11:44 left on the clock. And this is Henderson Lions football.
At Boral Bricks, we understand people's taste. Whatever your need, whatever color, whatever style, we have just what you want. Because at Boral Bricks, we've known all along that it's more than just a brick. It's the home of your dreams. Just call 1-800-5-BORAL-5 to receive a free brochure and the location of the showroom nearest you. Boral Bricks, a solid decision to build your dreams on.
And back here at the stadium, your Lions off to a quick 7-0 lead. And when we need quick, we need quick. It's 16 seconds off the clock, a 95-yard kickoff return by Kenyatta Neal. And what a way to start off the home schedule.
Boy, I tell you what, if your old blood wasn't flowing a while ago, it ought to be now. If you're not, you might be dead.
I'm telling you, you need to wake up and see, huh? Look at the fans. The fans are up on their feet, clapping their hands. Cheerleaders are hollering. The band's playing. My word, that'll get you going.
No doubt about it. Is Clayton Kirsch going to kick off for the Lions, left or right on your radio dial? Back for the Dragons to receive this kick. Number 42, Hewlin Polk, is back deep near the goal line. He is joined by number 33, P.J. Page. And on the far side of the field, number 22, Melvin Rogers.
One thing we didn't do last week is cover kickoffs real well. Let's see how we do tonight.
And here's the kick. Kirsch puts it high, back near the goal line, and it's dropped there by Polk. He picks it up, runs down the middle, up to the 14-yard line.
Great coverage.
Great coverage. Kenneth Williams, number 30, downfield. Jeremy Bland downfield. You see him knock that wedge out of the way. Went through there and just destroyed some bodies and threw himself in there. Great, great coverage.
Excellent kickoff, too, by Clayton. We had a few different people on kickoff tonight. We had new numbers out there. Bobby, we had to catch them later on.
I know it.
But Clayton got his toe in that ball all the way to the goal line.
As the Dragons come to the line, led by quarterback William Whitaker, number 12. Slot bone formation, two split, one to the right side, one to the left side, three in the backfield. That's the formation we'll see all night long. Whitaker, long count, takes the snap, keeps it himself. And now he's caught in the backfield at the 14-yard line. As a nice play there by the Lions to stack them up quickly.
Matt Thigpen, Charlie, got through from the linebacker. First contact, and then Brett Mitchell, that sophomore, got in there and wrapped him up and took him down.
I guarantee you one thing, if one line gets there, if they can just kind of string them out and hold on, there's going to be a few more coming because those blue shirts will go to the football.
That's a loss of one, second down and 11 with 11:06 on the clock. Dragons to the line. Lions in their red and blue, the Dragons in their black and gold. Three in the black field. This is the normal set for the Dragons. Slot bone offense is what they caught. Here's the snap. Whitaker pitches outside to Rogers. He passes it, and it is dropped near the 29-yard line, as that was intended for number 88, Patrick Hughes, near the far hash mark.
That surprised everybody by throwing a little halfback pass off the option there on second down with that deep, and the guy was open. The boy just couldn't get the ball to him. Caleb Hall kind of turned an ankle, Bobby, on the first play and came out, and Scott Goodwin's in their defensive end replacing Caleb. Hopefully it's just a little minor sprain. They take his shoe off on the bench down out here. He's hurting, though.
That's Coach Will Clark, our trainer, that's looking at him.
Two split out for the Dragons on the right and left side. Looks like a spread out offensive backfield. Dropping back is Whitaker. He rolls to the far side, puts up a quick pass, and it's caught at the 25 and dragged down by Pat Sanders. It's a completion up to the 25 for a gain of 11.
For Nacogdoches.
Big play. Picked up that first down. Nice throw and a good catch.
We got a flag on it, too. It's going to be an inadvertent face mask, I believe.
Looked like Raphael Fowler with a catch for the Dragons. As the officials meet on the far side of the field. That looked like it's enough possibly for the first down.
Charlie, their splits between their tackle and guard is about 2 yards.
Yeah, they have tremendously big splits, Bobby.
We're trying to run through them, and we're so far, we've been fairly successful until this play right here, and we just didn't get there quick enough. Yeah, face mask.
So that will move it up the field all the way to the
it's a
43-yard line, it looks like. So the Dragons...
Big play there.
Yes.
Really looks like a 17-yard penalty right there.
Completion plus the penalty, a big play. So that gives the Dragons a little more breathing room out to the 42-yard line.
Whitaker last week, 4 for 4 for 61 yards. As he leads them to the line with that slot bone formation. In the backfield, Hewlin Polk. Here's the handoff to the first man through, Chapman. And he gets up near the 44-yard line. That's Kavonsky Chapman, a senior, wearing number 16. He's the fullback.
Charlie, that looked like it was the counter option. The quarterback countered out. He faced out to the left side and pivoted around and ran down the right side, and he just handed off. I don't think he was reading the option. I think it was a give all the way, but they do run an option off that where the quarterback fakes the give and goes on down the line, has the option of keeping or pitching.
Also in their backfield, number 42, Hewlin Polk, and number 33, P.J. Page. As Chapman is the fullback. Whitaker under center. Here's the snap. He goes to the right side. Pitches outside, though. James Water. He's met at the 45. Breaks one tackle up now to the 49-yard line, it looks like. Finally brought down.
Did a good job of getting 2-3 yards there because we made him pitch deep.
Yeah.
As we said earlier, as I mentioned, we're going to probably make him pitch the football some because he ran so well last week. Our secondary was in pretty good position,
yes.
but finally put the tackle on. We're going to have to do a good job of tackling because there's going to be a lot of one-on-one tackling tonight off this wishbone. This is a big play here, third and long 3.
And that was the counter option they came back and ran where he did counter out, fake to the fullback, and then make the pitch out there.
9:18 left on the clock. 3rd and 4 at the 48 of the Dragons. 2 split out, one to the right and one to the left side. Whitaker with the long snap. He keeps it, comes near side, holds on to it over to 50 to the 49 of the Lions, and that looks like it's going to be short of the first down.
We invited him to keep the ball that time, and he did, and we closed pretty quickly. It's going to be 4th and about a yard. Decision time for Nacogdoches.
They're going to have to go for it.
They're going to go for it.
They're going to have to.
Just inside line territory, so a big 4th down here. 4th downs were good to us last week, weren't they?
As there's a timeout on the field, 8:43 left in the first quarter. Lions 7, Dragons nothing on Henderson Lions football.
Henderson Tire has the largest selection of Cooper tires at the guaranteed lowest prices in Rusk County. They also provide full mechanic services. Henderson Tire features 90-day same-as-cash on all our products and services, as well as 6-month and 12-month same-as-cash. We also guarantee the lowest prices. As always, we offer free pickup and delivery, and most tire installations are in and out in 45 minutes. At Henderson Tire, there's no appointment necessary. Come by anytime for great service. Henderson Tire, 205 South Marshall in the old Montgomery Wards building.
You know us at Citizens National Bank, and we know you want convenience. This is Jean Hodges, Teller Banking Officer at Citizens Bank. We have extended our drive-in hours at our main bank location. We will be open from 7:45 a.m. until 5:30 p.m. Monday through Thursday, and until 6 o'clock on Fridays. Don't forget about our new 2-lane commercial drive-in, designed especially for our customers with wide-bodied trucks. Citizens National Bank, always trying to give you the best service. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
And back here at Lions Stadium, it's 4th and 1 for Nacogdoches at the 49 of your Lions. 8:42 left on the clock here in the first quarter. As a big early play here in this ball game, the Lions getting up early on a 95-yard kickoff return by Kenyatta Neal. They're at the line, slot bone formation for Nacogdoches. Quick snap, handed to the first man through Chapman. He's met at the line, and it looks like forward progress gets him over for the first down.
Yeah, as big as they are up front there, it'd be awful hard for him to not make a yard, wouldn't it, without all that beef up front. You know, if anybody tuned in a little bit late tonight, they might not know we're ahead 7-0 because it didn't take long for us to score.
Yeah, 16 seconds to be exact. Of course, it's 8:38 now in the first quarter, and the score is 7-0.
Out far right for the Dragons, number 14, Ash George. Near side is number 5, Aaron Brister. 3 in the backfield for Whitaker as he settles under center. 4 on the line for the Lions. Here's the snap. First man through again. And Chapman's brought down by number 70, Matt Thigpen.
Number 58.
Good job there in the middle.
Yeah, I talked to Shane last night, Shane Ballinger, and I said, "You hear me call you Matt on Henderson Cable Channel 10, you know, TCA Cable Channel 10, Tuesday or Wednesday or Thursday night?" And he said, "I sure did." I said, "Did you hear me apologize?" He said, "Yeah, and I appreciate it."
2nd and 10 at the 47 of the Lions. Once again, 2 split out, 1 to the right and left side for the Dragons. Here's the snap. Whitaker holds on to it. Flips outside. Waters with it up to the 45-40 where he's brought down at the 44. James Water, a senior for the Dragons.
Good defensive play.
Good position. We just got to tackle. Like I say, going to be a lot of one-on-ones out there. That's what it was that time, and the cornerback did a good job. Third and long now. The Lions got a chance here. I'm sure they're going to throw the football. A while ago, they completed the only pass for a first down. quarterback threw the ball real well. He's a good athlete. He drilled the ball a while ago. Let's see if we can maybe put a little pressure on him here this time.
Whitaker last year split in for these Dragons. 3rd and 8 at the 44 of the Lions. 7:11 on the clock. Here's the snap. Whitaker drops back to pass, rolls near side, puts it up, high throw, and it's over the head of Aaron Brister at the 34-yard line, and that's going to make it 4th and long, and the Dragons are going to have to punt it away.
Well, they didn't fool Derek McGee that time, did
Derek
they?
did a great job.
Yeah.
He stayed right with him, and the ball was a little highly thrown, and I think he saw the blue shirt right beside him. I think it had something to do with it.
You bet. Charlie, Derek started, 5 or 6 games
he came
for
on
us
and
last
played
year
a lot
as a
for us
sophomore.
as the last half of the season.
Dropping back for your Henderson Lions, number 12, Charles Simpson, joined in down there by Brian Brown at the 10-yard line, punting for Nacogdoches, number 58, Richard Williams. His snap kicks up, short one. It's going to drop near the 25, and it's going to be touched at the 26-yard line, and that's where the Lions will take over on their second possession. Or actually, well, yeah, their second possession.
Yeah.
First
First
real
one didn't last
possession.
very long. Yeah.
As it's 6:46
Stand up and give them a
on the
hand,
clock.
fans. I tell you what, that's a
I
great job by the
guarantee
defense.
Yeah, those defensive linemen, those linebackers were in there playing good defensive football. I watched Justin Mayfield about 3 plays in a row. He played great technique on their guard. And of course, when you do that, it frees your linebackers up, so that was a good defensive series for us.
Wing T formation for your Lions. Travis Adams, the quarterback. Snap, handed up the middle to Page, and he'll stumble down to the 27-yard line for a pickup of 2.
I believe they're going to dare us to throw the football,
Yeah,
Bobby.
they are.
They had 9,
Yeah.
10 people up there within 5 yards of the ball.
Of course, Charlie, they're running a basic 5 defense. That's what they basically line up in. They got a man over the center. They got a man down over the 2 tackles and a man over our ends out there, and then 2 stand-up linebackers. Pretty good defensive football team, but I think we may break one in
Look
just
like
a
5
second.
linebackers. They
Yeah.
look like a 5-5-1.
Yes, it does. Here's the snap. Pitch back to Neal, right up the middle. Gets a good blocking up to the 30 for a gain of 3. That's going to make it 3rd and 5.
We are setting this up for the scat anytime now. They're all coming inside. That's the cutback right there. We're trying to run the little old sweep outside, but that's what he's doing. He's setting it up, cutting it back, and we're fixing to set up the scat.
Flanker Allen Ayton brings in the play as your Lions come to the line. 6:04 on the clock. 3rd down and 5 to go at their own 30. Adams snaps. Here's the pitch outside to Neal. He has a lead blocker, but he's met by the Dragons.
Good defense.
Brought down by number 54, Kendall Deckard.
Good
And
defense.
how big is he?
He is 6'3", 205.
Woo,
A
he is
senior.
quick, too.
That
Good defensive play.
They
that
shut
makes
us
it,
down the first series. That was a great job there, stopping us inside and outside. As they Nacogdoches, they've come to play.
that makes it 4th and 6, and the kicking duties on punting for the Lions goes to Shannon Cox. He had a good game last week at Palestine. 3 punts, 113 yards. Here's a snap, and he gets the kickoff under pressure. Good kick back to the 35, 33-yard line where it's taken. As going outside the Dragons, looks like a penalty on the play.
There's another one.
As a late hit as well, another flag as the punt return was Aaron Brister for the Dragons, and 2 flags on the play. One looks like a clipping and another one a late hit.
Yeah.
Good job there by Shannon as he got his foot in that ball real well and kicked it good and deep and high. And,
Good kick. Good snap, too. Excellent snap in there, Doug. Doug Gibbons.
As the officials will try to sort things out, and here is the call as one goes against the Dragons. That is a holding call.
I think he hit him in the back,
Yep.
Charles. I think he hit him in the back. You know,
Yeah.
pushed him in the
He
back.
did.
Pushed him in the back.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, in fact, I saw 3 different clips.
Push in the back.
Of course, they were all against us, and I wear a blue hat sometimes, you know, but
You.
yeah, I would.
So the Dragons will take over 1st and 10 at their own 27. 7-0, the Lions in front in their first home game of the season. Slot back formation for Nacogdoches. William Whitaker under center. The senior with the snap, hands it to the 3rd man through. Big hole as he goes outside with it, in fact, up to the 39-yard line.
He kept that football,
And
Charles.
he kept it up to a 12-yard gain. Great
Good
deception in the backfield
Good
by
fake.
Whitaker.
It was,
Great
they faked
fake.
the isolation series, 2 backs leading, and he faked to the back and kept on the bootleg out there. And,
good offensive play.
Whitaker last week with 17 carries, 3 touchdowns against Bryan. That makes it 1st and 10 at the 39. As he leads them to the line. One split out, left side, near side. That's Ash George. 3 in the backfield. As it's Chapman, Polk, and Page.
Huge line splits.
Whitaker barks out the signals. Here's the snap. He holds on to it. Comes near side up to the 45, where he's brought down by Jeremy Blanton. And that will be a gain of 6.
2 linebackers in on the play that time. Jeffrey Holman, number 45, Charlie, is in at middle linebacker now, and Jeremy Blanton, 44, one of our other linebackers, in on the play. Charlie, we're just going to have to slow down and read him, and I'll guarantee you, Coach McGinnis has got it figured out. He'll get it across to the kids, and everything's going to be all right.
Good first down play.
Yeah.
They gained nearly 7 yards.
2nd and 4 at the 45 of Nacogdoches. Split out wide right is Aaron Brister.
Big old tight end. I wouldn't be surprised to see him throw to him pretty quick. He's a big sucker.
Whitaker looking over the Lions defense. Here's the snap. Handed to the last man through, and he's stacked up quickly, as that is James Water, and he gets nowhere. He'll make it 3rd and 4.
Well, there was a pile up there. There was no
I know
place
it.
to
I
go.
can't name them all. I know I saw 58. Shane Ballinger in there. I saw Justin Mayfield in there. I know Caleb Hall was in there.
And all the linebackers.
Every one of our linebackers was there.
There's a sea of blue as the Dragons come to the line. They split out that big tight end, number 88, Patrick Hughes, to the far side. Near side, number 4, Barry Whitaker. 3 in the backfield, as we'll see that all night long. Whitaker with the snap. He keeps it, goes far side, has some room up to the 50, and he gets over into Lions territory at the 48-yard line.
Boy, they're wide people that time. They're wide receiver on that side over there. He came back and cracked back. Woo!
That's 88. That's a big kid, I tell you. He's a good-looking tight end, a good-looking wide receiver.
1st and 10 now at the 48 of Henderson.
Charlie, he's only 6'4", 235.
They're going to test our young defense, I tell you.
Once again, Nacogdoches with 2 split out. Here's a quick snap, and Whitaker hands it to the first man through, and he's stacked up and driven back. Maybe a gain of 2 on the play.
Shane Ballinger, Justin Mayfield, Jeremy was in there, and I think I saw 45 in there, Jeffrey Holman.
That was handed to P.J. Page, and make it 2nd and 9. They give him a yard to the 46.
First quarter moving along pretty good. 2:35 still to go in the first quarter. Lions on top, 7-0. 2nd down, Charles.
2:23 on the clock. Split near side, Aaron Brister. Also Patrick Hughes near the hash mark. Here's the snap. Whitaker keeps it, comes near side, pitches it out to Page. He goes around the end, plenty of room, 40, 35, driven out at the 30 by Blanton. There's a flag in the backfield, looks like holding perhaps.
Don't have a hold, I believe.
I hope.
Yeah.
Yes. He had plenty of room to work with, though, on that outside.
Yeah, well, they spread us out that time. They came with a slot back over here on this side, and they came the option to this side, and he pitched it really quick like, and he had a lead blocker in front of him.
Brian Brown was the one that got held. He had a one-on-one there, and Brian couldn't get to him, and now we know why, because they had a little holding on there. So that negates a pretty good play, I tell you.
Yeah. Charlie, we used to call that the lead option.
Yeah.
And boy, that sucker is hard to stop, and it just proved it tonight.
Wipes out a carry of 16 yards by P.J. Page. Puts the ball back at the 41 of Nacogdoches with 2:07 left on the clock.
Scott Gibson goes back in defensive end, replacing Caleb Hall now. It's Nacogdoches facing 2nd long.
Scott Gibson or Scott?
Is it Gibson?
Goodwin.
Goodwin, isn't it? Did I say Gibson?
Nobody split out. Here's the snap. Williams keeps it. Here's to Waters. He puts up a pass to Hughes. He comes down with it at the 35, brought down at the 23, and that play works the 2nd time as the tackle's made by Rover Brian Brown.
That time he laid up there high. It's a big target, and good play by the Dragons there.
Sure was. I believe we bid on that.
I think we did.
That is a pickup of about 37 on that pass play between James Water and Patrick Hughes. Good speed by Hughes.
Yeah, big as he is. Terrence Oliver comes in, going to give Justin Mayfield a little breather.
First and 10 at the 23 of the Lions. 1:34 on the clock. Here's the snap. First man through, handed off to Chapman, and he gets nowhere. As Kavansi Chapman with the call. Last week, Chapman with 10 carries and 30 yards.
Terrence Oliver in on the play.
Good substitution
yes,
there.
Yes, it was. We're stacking it up in the middle.
Just going to have to contain the outside.
Yeah, we're going to have to stop that quarterback. He's a key, isn't he?
Yes,
second and 9.
He's a smooth operator, I'll tell you.
That was a scouting report on him. He just was in control last week against Bryan. Under a minute left. Here's the snap. He has it, splits out to the outside. Polk with it. He's met at the 20, gets to the 19 as a first tackle by number 33. For the Lions.
Scott Goodwin. Brian Brown's in there on the play. There's that lead option to the outside. Got that lead fullback lead, and boy, that's
the old triple option. Faked the fullback, and he read our end and pitched off of him.
I tell you what, guys, 3rd and 7 now with 28 seconds left on the clock. Big down because you can hold them here. They're going to
try a field goal.
Yeah, have a long field goal. They did not attempt a field goal last week against Bryan. So 3rd and 7, 15 seconds left on the clock, first quarter, at the 20 of the Lions. Chapman, Polk, and Page in the backfield. As it's kept by the quarterback, he gets nowhere. Brought down by a host of Lions. He gains maybe a yard on the play, and that's going to be 4th and long, and they're going to bring out Doug Miller, as that's going to actually run out the clock on the first quarter. Your Lions lead it 7-0 on Henderson Lions football.
Peterson's Home Furnishings is having an RCA kickoff sale. Watch the Henderson Lions and your favorite college and pro teams this football season on a new RCA TV. This RCA 46-inch big screen TV has picture-in-picture, SRS surround stereo sound, and digital focus, only $14.99. Now there's no more endless channel searching with the all-new TV Guide Plus feature. Get 6 months, same as cash, on 27 to 61-inch models. Like this 27-inch home theater stereo TV, just $599. Record and watch your favorite games on this RCA 4-head hi-fi stereo VCR, only $229. Come in now for the RCA kickoff sale at Peterson's Home Furnishings, where quality is the difference.
Expecting a special delivery? Then we're expecting you at the Birthplace, Henderson Memorial Hospital's new state-of-the-art childbirth and maternity care center. The Birthplace offers a warm atmosphere with large, beautifully decorated rooms, the expertise of special physicians, nurses, and staff, and the finest monitoring system available, all to provide high-quality care for moms and newborns. The Birthplace at Henderson Memorial Hospital, a special place for your special delivery.
And back here at Henderson Lions Stadium, we start the second quarter with a field goal attempt by Nacogdoches, a 36-yard attempt by Doug Miller, number 9. Nacogdoches going left to right on your radio dial now with the switch on the sides of the field. Long attempt here, guys. Miller did not attempt a field goal last week. He was 5 for 5 on extra point attempts.
If he holds true to their tradition, he'd be a pretty good field goal kicker, though. They always
Here's the snap, high snap, and it's blocked. Blocked in the backfield by Brown. Picked up now by the Dragons and dragged down. Number 14 on the play, Travis Adams, and the field goal attempt blocked. And that was number 5, Brian Brown.
Beautiful.
Let me go back to the last defensive play we ran. They ran the option over to our defensive right side. Scott Goodwin played it just about as well as you could play it, made contact on the quarterback, but really what made the play was Derek McGee out here in position to either make the play if he needed to on the quarterback or come off the quarterback and go to the pitch, and that was a great defensive play we had over here. Brian did an excellent job there, too.
First and 10 for the Lions at their own 21. Here's the snap. Neal with it. He goes up the middle, bounces outside. Tough yards up to the 23-yard line. A gain of 2.
You know, we might better put the halfback pass in because when he received that pitch from a quarterback, there's about 10 folks within 2 yards of him. Well,
I bet you we got a sneaky play somewhere.
They are flying to the football.
I tell you what, last week, guys, Nacogdoches had a punt blocked against Bryan, so they've let some men through. 2nd and 8 at the 23 now. Neal and Page in the backfield. Here's the snap. Adams tosses it outside. Page back inside to the 25, 26-yard line. A gain of 3, and that's going to be 3rd and 5. These Dragons have good pursuit on their defense.
Yeah,
they really do.
They're really going the football. We need a first down here. We only run 5 or 6 plays the whole first quarter, and need to give our defense a little bit of rest. They've worked awfully hard. And Nacogdoches control the football, but we control the scoreboard 7-0.
As it's 2 in the backfield again, Page and Neal split out to the right side a little bit. Allen Ayton, here's the snap. Adams holds on to it, hands to Neal. Outside to the near side, getting nowhere up to the 27. A gain of 1, and that's going to be 4th and 4, 4th and 5, and going to bring out the punter, Shannon Cox.
I'll tell you what, they've got us well defensed right now. Everything we've done, they pretty well stuffed it. So give Nacogdoches defense credit. They really have played tough for the 2 series we've had the football.
Oh, yeah. Their defense is solid.
Cox.
I was going to say the offense has put some yardage up, but they really haven't put any points up at all. So we're doing a good job defensively keeping them out of the end zone.
Number 5, Aaron Brister back at the 40. Here's the punt by Cox. A good one again as Brister goes back to the 36, goes far side. Now cuts back inside, and he's met at the 45 on the tackle, number 57, and a late flag on the play.
Late.
Alfredo Gonzalez, one of the guys in on the tackle.
Real late flag. I don't know what that was.
We'll see who this goes against.
Nacogdoches had a middle return set up that time.
It must be against Nacogdoches because I see Charles Simpson pointing, take the penalty.
So 9:58 left in the first half. 7-0 your Lions in front. of penalty against Nacogdoches as they'll mark it off.
Pushing it back again.
Yep.
Yeah.
Second time in this game, and now we'll push it back to the 35 now.
It happened awful late. I didn't know what else it could be because they kind of set that thing up, return in the middle, and from the outside, a guy just hit the guy in the back.
Yeah. Down on the sideline, I see Coach Jackie Mayfield's got his offensive line around him there, and he's got his clipboard out. That's one thing about him. He's teaching right now. He's teaching these kids what he wants to do, doing some coaching on the sideline.
Split out near side for the Dragons. Ash George, 3 in the backfield. Chapman, Page, and Hewlin Polk. William Whitaker under center. Here's the snap. Hands to the first man through, and that is number 43 for the Dragons. Idris Whitaker. Whitaker seeing limited action last week as he had actually appeared in the game but had no carries. But gets 5 there, 2nd and 5 at the 40.
I'd like to hold him, make him kick the football. We'll get some field position. We're going to have to throw the football to loosen him up a little bit, Bobby.
Yeah.
But we got to have field position first.
Brister near side for the Dragons. 4 on the line for the Lions. They're stacked closely. Here's the snap. Whitaker with it. He goes outside, slips through up to the 48-yard line, and that will be a first down for Nacogdoches.
Good run.
Spinning and turning, good run. Charles Simpson, number 12, and number 5, Brian Brown, had to make the play. That quarterback's an operator. He will not let you know what's happening because he can run that offense.
1st and 10 at the 47 of Nacogdoches. Clock running at 9:13.
Anytime you run an option type offense, he puts one-on-one in so many places, and you get one-on-one that quarterback. He's tough.
Mm-hmm.
George split out far side. Whitaker surveys the Lions defense, hands to the first man through, and once again the Lions have good success against that play. They get maybe 1 yard.
Yeah, our defensive tackles and our inside linebacker, our middle linebacker there, they're doing a pretty good job stopping it in the middle. It's just when that quarterback gets outside the tackle that he is a threat. When he gets outside the offensive tackle on either side, he's a threat because he puts you 101. Justin's kind of limping off the field. Justin Mayfield may have hurt his ankle.
We're inexperienced at our outside linebackers.
Yeah.
2nd and 10 as Idris Whitaker had that last carry at the 47-yard line of the Dragons. Snap, and Whitaker holds on to it. He goes near side. He's under pressure, but goes to the 46 of the Lions on the play, Pat Sanders, and he will get a pickup of about 7.
Charlie, that was just a little old counter, a little old reverse bootleg, and he didn't even have a blocker.
Same thing a while ago.
Yeah.
Off the isolation, 2 backs leading. He faked to 1 back and just bootleg and kept it.
He hides the ball well as well.
Yes, he does.
And he wasn't in a hurry to come out of there, which really threw our cornerback off because he made a good fake.
James Cole brings in the play for Nacogdoches. 7:45 left in the first half. 3rd and 3 at the 46 now of Henderson.
We've got to hold him this time.
3 in the backfield, no wideouts. Whitaker with a long count. Here's a snap. Hands it to, as he's met in the backfield, Whitaker stacked up. Blanton, also Sanders.
Also number 86, Terrence Oliver.
You know, the coaches that time said, the heck with one-on-one. Let's go get the quarterback. We sent about 4 people after him because he was the one going to keep the football. And we kind of gambled that time, and we went on him and made the play.
4th and 6 now.
I think the quarterback's fixed to start eating some helmets. I think he's fixed to get a steady diet of it. They're fixed to start putting some shots on him.
It's kind of so far bend but don't break.
Yep.
And that's all you have to do is Brian Brown back to receive the punt. As once again doing the punting honors for Nacogdoches, Richard Williams. Here's the snap low on the ground. Here's the blocked again as Page got it picked up by
Holman.
Number 45 Holman, and he has it at the 47-yard line. 2 blocked on the special teams.
And you called it. You said that last week they got 1 blocked, and you said we wish we could do something like that here. And guess what? It happened. Bo got in there, got a hand on it. The ball's rolling on the ground, and Jeffrey caught it in there. And
you don't have to be tall to block a punt.
No, sir.
Just quick.
That's right.
The low snap didn't help either.
Bo is quick.
He didn't look like anybody was on him coming from the outside.
I wouldn't be surprised to see us throw the football right here.
1st and 10 at the 47 of Nacogdoches. Here's a snap. As dropping back is Stovall under pressure, and he's met at the 50-yard line. In on the play for Nacogdoches is number 50, and for them, that's David Click.
Didn't fool him, did we?
Charles, you said that we'll bend, but we haven't broken yet. Well, that's why the 4-3 defense was developed, was to stop the option, and that was years ago, back when Arkansas first started running the option. University of Arkansas did. Coach Bum Phillips and Coach Gordon Brown and several coaches got together and designed this 27 defense to stop that option offense.
Now at the 49 of the Dragons. As Stovall now in a quarter. He pitches outside to Neal. Plenty of room. 45-40. Nobody's going to catch him. Neal streaking in. Another touchdown. 49 yards. Not even close to being touched. And the Lions are on the board for the 2nd time tonight. And it doesn't take long.
No, it doesn't take much. So far, their coach said they play Sikkim defense. Well, we're kind of playing Sikkim offense, I think, right now.
I tell you what, when Kenyatta saw that daylight, it didn't take him long to get to it, did he?
No. Nacogdoches runs a 5, and that just lends to the credibility of what I was saying about the 27. But guess who else was in on some of those talks, Charlie, about the 27? Fred Jackson.
Shannon Cox will hold. Clayton Kirsch with the kick. Snap down. Ball is down, and Kirsch hits it up. Good job by Shannon Cox on a low snap to get that ball down.
And a good job by Clayton Kirsch to wait till he got it down, and that was close.
As it's Lions 14, Nacogdoches nothing on the Henderson Lions football.
We're behind you all the way, Lions, from the classroom to the football field. Best of luck from the law firm of Welburn, Houston, Atkinson, Mann, Sadler, and Hill.
East Tex Telephone Cooperative Incorporated serves 11 East Texas counties with 21 exchanges and over 25,000 customers. In fact, East Tex Telephone Cooperative Incorporated is the largest telephone cooperative in Texas, providing rural telephone service to many East Texas communities. As our Rusk County students strive for continued success in all activities, East Tex Telephone Cooperative Incorporated wishes them the very best of luck.
And back here at Lions Stadium, 5:52 left in the first half. Your Lions on top, 14-0. And you combine their scoring drives, and you probably have, maybe 50 seconds on your hands.
I tell you, Kenyatta Neal was a 100-meter sprint champion last year in the district. And I think he ran that last 50 just about the same time he ran that track meet last year with shoulder pads on.
Charlie, you made a point a while ago. Shannon Cox did a great job of going ahead and getting the ball on the tee, but Clayton Kirsch had to sit there and concentrate and get his timing to kick it, and that's a great job by those two young men.
You're not kidding.
Clayton Kirsch will kick it off at the 40, right to left on your radio dial.
Don't look so big right now, but later on that 14 could be big. Extra point could be big before this game is over.
It's grabbed at the 5 by Waters. He comes inside, grabbed from behind by number 33, Scott Goodwin.
Scott, we are calling your name, boy.
He just hopped on the back and run him down.
He just slid through there, had some blockers in front of him, just slid through him there and made a good play.
So it's going to be 1st and 10 for Nacogdoches at the 20-yard line, a return of about 15. As it is 5:42 left here on the clock.
Clayton is really, really handling the pressure of kicking off and extra points quite well.
Clayton Kirsch doing a great job. So far perfect on extra point attempts this season. 2 split out to the left side. This is where we saw that flip in the backfield, the option pass. Here's a handoff to the first man through, and he maybe gets a gain of 2 on the play. Kind of get him pushed in the back by his teammate William Whitaker to get him moving forward.
We have Justin Jackson in the ball game, number 22 in the secondary, giving Charles Simpson a little breather. Charles has been going both ways.
Kavonsky Chapman with that carry. Make it 2nd and 8.
Justin came in last week and did a good job.
Coming out near side for the Dragons, Aaron Brister, and also Patrick Hughes. Here's the snap. Whitaker keeps it, flips outside. As there's nowhere to go, he gets around the corner a little bit to the, it's going to be marked at about the 24-yard line, a gain of 2, as once again, it was number 42 on the carry, Hewlin Polk.
We came
close to getting hitting late. It would have been out of, well, I'm not going to say anything else.
Yeah. It was just really close. Of course, his momentum carried him out, and we understand that.
Looked like he might have a big play. We closed down pretty quick. It's going to be 3rd and long here, so let's see if we come after the quarterback again. I wouldn't be surprised to see him throw a little quick pass at tight end here in a minute.
Yeah, they're going to have to.
3rd and 6 at the 24. 5:01 on the clock. Nobody split out. William Whitaker settles under center, snap, as he'll keep it, quick pass, and it's caught, it looks like, at the 31 by James Cole.
Just enough for a first down.
Yep.
The action was just simply this. They ran the option in the backfield, and the tight end just released upfield about 6 yards and broke it out towards the sideline. Quarterback ran out there and just laid it out there to him. And he had to stretch out to catch it. He did. Good play, good execution. Nothing you can say.
One of those PE passes. That's all it was. That's all it took.
Yeah. That's all it was.
4:49. We need to get that football back here.
7-yard gain on the pass play as the Dragons break out of their huddle. 2 split out. On the far side, Brister, near side, George. 3 in the backfield, Whitaker drops back to pass, and a little flip pass. It's incomplete at the 36-yard line. He tried to connect with P.J. Page.
He has the option of passing or running. I'm telling you, that's what he's got. And that time, it's nothing hard. He doesn't even set up. He's just running, and he just tries to flip it out there.
Now make it 2nd and 10 now. As coming into the game
for
the Lions, Jeffrey Holman. And also number 86, Terrence Oliver.
Charles Simpson goes back in at safety here as the Dragons, the Lions coaches think they're going to probably throw the football here nearing the end of the first half. And
Brandon Gibson was playing middle linebacker. He comes out.
Justin Mayfield as well. 2 split out for the Dragons. Here's the keeper by Whitaker. He flips it outside to Chapman, and he's knocked down. Good low tackle by Pat Sanders, and then he got help from his teammates.
He sure did. Pat Sanders made a good tackle, but Brett Mitchell made the play for it. He played the quarterback just like you're supposed to, made the quarterback pitch the ball, and everybody was in position where they were supposed to be.
So they're changing their defense up. Sometimes we slow play the quarterback. Right. Sometimes we force the quarterback to pitch quick. So we're trying to give him different looks to try to confuse him a little bit. That time we made him pitch real quick, and we had good support there quick. Good help. 3rd and long.
3rd and 12, a loss of 2. Hughes split out far side. Here's the roll by Whitaker. Far side, flips it outside the Polk. He is met at the 34. He gets over to 35 to the 36-yard line. And with the clock running at 3:40, that's going to be 4th and I would say about 6 yards.
We're going to make them kick the football.
As Simpson, Charles Simpson, and also Brian Brown will drop back. Coming into the game, number 50, Justin Mayfield, as the punter. Once again, for Nacogdoches is Richard Williams.
Charlie, do you think that the quarterback is kind of maybe, I don't want to call it getting rattled, but maybe a little bit unsure about what he's doing now, the way he's operating?
Well, the different looks are confusing a little bit, Bobby. I think we're making him think. That's what we're going to do.
Here's the snap.
Good snap that time.
And a high kick going near side. Brown grabs it at the 39, goes outside, 45, 50, and he's pushed out at the 44-yard line, pushed out by number 58 of Nacogdoches.
I wanted to grab him and help him that time. That was wide open on this sideline.
Good return.
Yeah.
That was the punter who had to make the play and stops the clock at 2:58. So the Lions with a chance to add to their 14-0 total.
Let me talk about these offensive linemen real quick. Doug Gibbons, our quick side tackle, our quick side guards. Grant Medito. Center is Chad McRae. Javis Wright's our strong side guard. Matt Appleman's our strong side tackle. Our tight ends are Terrence Oliver and number 80, Junior Anthony, and also number 12, Charles Simpson.
As it's 1st and 10 at the 44 for the line. Stovall in at quarterback, drops back to pass. He has a man open as it's cut at the 21 into the end zone for the Lions. Kenneth Williams, he's wide open, and Stovall with a nice easy pass nails him a 40-yard touchdown by the Lions. And talk about quick scores. That's all we've had all night long.
See what he did? He faked the scat.
Yeah.
Faked the scat. He faked the block and then went downfield. And it was there.
I wonder how many offensive plays we were in.
Not many.
Not many.
So Kenneth Williams with the touchdown catch, and Kirsch in to kick the extra point. Shannon Cox with the hold. Here's a snap. Down, up, and through and good for the Lions as they lead it 21-0 now. 2:50 left in the first half on Henderson Lions football.
Turning points, those times in our lives that make a dramatic impact. Marriage, divorce, a child's birth, a death. These are just a few of life's turning points. But life's ultimate turning point is where we will spend eternity. I'm Jerry Wilson, pastor of Henderson's First Baptist Church, and I want to invite you to join us Sundays at 11 a.m. and 6 p.m. as we discover biblical answers and support for life's turning points.
For your convenience, we offer drive-up banking. As time goes by, it seems that we all just get busier. The drive-up saves time. It's also great when you've got a car full of kids, a dog, and 10 sacks of groceries. Use the drive-up. Looking forward to your future. People's State Bank, member FDIC.
Looking forward to your future.
And back here at Lions Stadium, 2:50 left on the clock, first half, and it's Henderson 21, Nacogdoches nothing, as the Lions just had a 40-yard touchdown pass by Jonathan Stovall to Kenneth Williams to make it that score. All quick scores by the Lions
I believe
tonight.
you could say this is a, well, it just left me.
No, well, Charlie, I don't know what it is. It's very surprising to me that Nacogdoches really, you don't want to say much yet, but Nacogdoches has really had some big plays happen to them quickly, and that's very surprising.
Well, we're a big play offense tonight, aren't we?
Gosh,
and
aren't
a
we,
big play
though?
team, and our defense had some big plays.
As Clayton Kirsch will kick it off from the 40. Right to left on your radio dial. Here's the kick near side. As it's going near the 10. It's grabbed by James Water there. He goes inside, avoids one tackle. Up to the 20, 25, 30. And he's knocked down. Fumble and blew all around the ball. Let's see who recovers it.
Somebody really
and
stuck
it looks
him.
like the Dragons held on to it, it looks like. Perhaps no signal yet.
They got it.
But they do have it. Man.
Well, I tell you what, there's a collision there.
My word, there was a collision, and I can't tell who it was.
Brian Brown was the man on the tackle.
Gosh, what a wreck.
Big tackle.
Guess who the first person downfield was, though, and got a hand on
Number 30.
him? Number 30, Kenneth Williams. And guess what he just did before that?
Yeah, I just had a 40-yard sprint for a score. That's nothing, you know.
Nothing.
Come on.
He's pumped. He's pumped.
2:38 on the clock, 1st and 10 at the 33 of Nacogdoches. Split out wide is Patrick Hughes on the left side. As Whitaker drops back to pass, looks left side, heaves it up, and it's out of the range of Hughes at the 30-yard line of the Lions. Hughes is quick.
Yes, he is.
Yes, he is for a big
But he's
man.
a little old bitty guy. Not but what, 6'2", 235? 6'4", 235.
I wouldn't want to arm wrestle him.
No. Number 46 is in the ball game at linebacker. He's junior Joe Powell.
He looks kind of like David Dudley, just about 5 inches shorter. If you can imagine, Charles, in a high school uniform.
You mean Ricky?
I mean Ricky Dudley, excuse me.
Ricky Dudley had a big game on Monday night, 2 touchdown passes as the Raiders wound up losing that game, but a big night for Dudley, his second year with Oakland. 2:34 left on the clock, 2nd and 10 at the 33. 2 wideouts, left and right side for the Dragons. Whitaker rolls far side, holds on to it, and he's grabbed from behind. Once again, Scott Goodwin with the play.
Scott Goodwin made the initial contact, and Derek McGee was out there, and he said, well, let me just have a little bit of this, too.
Boy, Slow played that real well.
Yeah,
David Dudley was a lineman along with Chipper, went in high school, went on to play at Texas Tech. Anyway, that was a good
Did they
play.
have that on black and white film or color?
Yeah, there wasn't color at
Black
that
and
time.
white.
Okay. Makes it 3rd and 9.
Chipper said they carved pictures on stones, what they did.
Fred Flintstone was his
You're
teammate,
not quite
right?
that old, Chipper.
It's at the 34, 1:55 on the clock, first half. 3rd and long, 9 yards to go. Whitaker straight drop back, heaves it up near side as he looks for Page, and Page loses it, incomplete at the 37-yard line of the line.
This guy here's going to get.
He's going to overrule it.
He's going to overrule. Said
Wow.
he caught the ball.
Says he's going to come down with it, and that's going to be a completion of 16, 26, 29 yards. First down, as that looked like he fumbled it out of bounds, but it's going to be a completion and a 1st and 10 for the Dragons.
Coach Alexander's a little bit mad.
I think he's going to ask him to explain it, the rule to him.
No, he's mad. He's mad at our defense, Bobby. He's mad at the referee. He's mad because we didn't pick up that coverage. They crisscrossed and nobody picked him up.
I just said he's discussing it. That's all he's doing.
1st and 10 at the 36. Clock running at 1:38.
I thought he was mad at the referee.
No.
There's Whitaker dropping back to pass. Under pressure, throws it up the middle.
Oh, no.
Caught by Brister. He goes up the middle to the 10-5. Dropped down at the 4-yard line as he just used his speed to squirt through the middle and making the tackle.
Derek McGee and Brian Brown.
And the Dragons trying to score late. 1:26 left. 2 big plays back to back.
They're down there now where they can run that thing in. I tell you, they're going to put the ball in end zone this time because
No, they're not. They're going to fumble it.
They hadn't given up. I tell you, they're still playing.
He's fixed to fumble it right
Patrick Hughes into the game for the Dragons. Slot bone formation. Here's the snap. Whitaker with it. Rolls far side. Tries to go in himself. And he goes down and in. A 4-yard touchdown run by William Whitaker. And Nacogdoches is on the board.
He can operate, can't he?
I put him back in the ball game.
Woo. Brian Brown is getting the cramps, what he's doing. His calf, his left calf is just cramped up. Of course, defense been on the field all night just about.
They sure have.
As coming in to kick is Doug Miller, last week 5 for 5 on extra point attempts. Number 9. Holding for the Dragons is Ash George, one of their wideouts. There's the snap, ball is down, kick up and through, and that makes it 21-7. Your Lions in front, 1:10 left in the first half on Henderson Lions football.
You probably think that a brick is a brick is a brick. We think Boral bricks are better. The plain ones, the fancy ones, and about any color you can imagine. But why do we make so many different kinds of brick? Because we know that a house is not a house, is not a house. Call 1-800-5-BORAL-5 to receive a free brochure and the location of the showroom nearest you. Boral Bricks, a solid decision to build your dreams on.
And your Lions set to receive the kickoff from the Dragons. Dragons scoring with 1:10 left in the first half on a 4-yard touchdown run by William Whitaker. Back for the Lions at the 5-yard line. Derek Page, far side. Kenyatta Neal near side, and back deep at the goal line is Fred Bowens.
Good place for an onside kick.
Here is the kick, and it is on the ground. Past the 20 to the 10, Neal with it. He comes inside, goes back to the near side of the field, and he'll be tackled at the 20, and that's where the Lions will get it with 1:01 on the clock. Looks like Nacogdoches fired up after that quick drive.
They really are. I was just going to say the same thing. You know, they're still playing aggressive football, Nacogdoches. They have moved the ball on us up and down the field. They've only put it in the end zone one time, but we've scored 21 points pretty quick, and they can too. So we're not, you know, like you said, Charlie, this is still a ball game.
That put them back in the ball game. Anytime you win 14 points, you know, you still got a good chance with a whole half to go. So it's a long ways from being over.
1:01 on the clock as Jonathan Stovall, the quarterback for the Lions. Page and Neal in the backfield. Page with the handoff, and he's stacked at the line at the 20. No gain. And now we'll make it 2nd and 10. Halftime coming up, and we'll take a look at the scoreboard. We'll bring you some scores. Also break down the first half, and of course, always the Henderson Lions band.
Always the band.
As coming into the game is Kenneth Williams for the Lions. Coming out, Alan Ayton. And there's a timeout, 29 seconds left. First half, 21-7, your Lions lead it on Henderson Lions football.
Henderson Tire has the largest selection of Cooper tires at the guaranteed lowest prices in Rusk County. They also provide full mechanic services. Henderson Tire features 90 days same as cash on all our products and services, as well as 6-month and 12-month same as cash. We also guarantee the lowest prices. As always, we offer free pickup and delivery, and most tire installations are in and out in 45 minutes. At Henderson Tire, there's no appointment necessary. Come by any time for great service. Henderson Tire, 205 South Marshall in the old Montgomery Wards building.
Citizens National Bank wants to be the most convenient bank in Henderson. I'm Milton McGee, president of Citizens National Bank. That is why our main bank lobby is open to 6 p.m. on Friday, Southside branch lobby to 6 p.m. on Monday, and our Southside drive-in is open on Saturday mornings from 9 a.m. to noon. Remember, we always open our drive-ins at 7:45 a.m. each morning and close at 5:30 or 6 p.m. depending upon the day. Give us a try. Citizens National Bank is a member of FDIC.
29 seconds left on the clock, first half here at Henderson Lions Stadium. Lions 21 and Nacogdoches 7. As it's 2nd and 10 for your Lions at their own 21-yard line. As Jonathan Stovall breaks them out of the huddle. Derek Page down in the stance. Neal in the backfield, and Stovall drops back to pass. Sets, looks, has time, wings it out near side, and it's high. And Charles Simpson, the intended receiver, at the 50-yard line, but he was well covered, double team.
Hey, Charlie, don't you have some bragging rights to do this week?
Me?
Yeah. Didn't your alma mater?
No,
very tickled.
TCU got beat 17-10.
No, didn't your alma mater?
I don't think that's not what we're
You know
talking
exactly what I'm talking about, because I talked with Mr. Woodland this week. Yes, sir, and very proud of them.
Yeah.
You better know it.
We got new lights in the scoreboard this week.
guarantee
We're gonna probably burn them up.
We are proud.
There's the snap. Stovall pitches out to Neal. Far side, 25-30, puts his head down across the 30 to the 32-yard line. Pickup of 12, and that will be a first down. And the clock stops at 15 seconds. Briefly as they set the ball.
Yeah, that was good. They got a field goal, so
it really has. It really has. Though it's got them excited again.
They got some good young kids, and hope they can.
They had an 8th grade team. Was it last year?
Yeah, last year.
Yeah.
They say they're real good. So maybe better things will happen in the store out there.
Clock running, 10 seconds, and they're just going to run it out as your Lions will go into the locker room leading 21-7, and we'll come back with the Dogwood Orthopedic Clinic scoreboard and much more in a moment on Henderson Lions football.
Peterson's Home Furnishings is having an RCA kickoff sale. Watch the Henderson Lions and your favorite college and pro teams this football season on a new RCA TV. This RCA 46-inch big screen TV has picture-in-picture, SRS surround stereo sound, and digital focus, only $14.99. Now there's no more endless channel searching with the all-new TV Guide Plus feature. Get 6 months, same as cash, on 27 to 61-inch models, like this 27-inch home theater stereo TV, just $599. Record and watch your favorite games on this RCA 4-head hi-fi stereo VCR, only $229. Come in now for the RCA kickoff sale at Peterson's Home Furnishings, where quality is the difference.
Expecting a special delivery? Then we're expecting you at the birthplace. Henderson Memorial Hospital's new state-of-the-art childbirth and maternity care center. The birthplace offers a warm atmosphere with large, beautifully decorated rooms, the expertise of special physicians, nurses, and staff, and the finest monitoring system available, all to provide high-quality care for moms and newborns. The birthplace at Henderson Memorial Hospital, a special place for your special delivery.
And back here at Henderson Lions Stadium, we're ready for the Henderson Lions band.
Just been listening to the Henderson Lion Band as performing were the Henderson Majorettes, the Twirlers, and we had the Flag Corps, a good group of them this year, and also the numerous drill team, the Lionettes, and they're marching off the field at this time, the Majorettes and the Flag Corps and the drill team. Coming up will be the Henderson Lion Band. We're at halftime of the Henderson-Kilgore game. Henderson Nacogdoches, excuse me. I got Kilgore on the brain of the last game of this year. This is Chipper Dean stepping in here at halftime, helping out and trying to get you the band. We'll be going to them shortly. It's Henderson 21, Nacogdoches 7 at halftime. We'll have some more updated scores for you. Brought to you by Dogwood Orthopedic Clinic. Longview and Killeen still 0-0 in the second quarter. Robert E. Lee leading Irving High 6-3. Jacksonville down and 10-0. Jasper 10, Jacksonville nothing. Our game 21-7. And at halftime, Henderson over Nacogdoches thus far. Let's go down now to the field and the Henderson High School Band.
festival prelude fanfare by Reed.
And that's the Henderson Lion Band performance at halftime, even looking better than last week, marching over 300 in the band again this year. So good band program underway, along with a football game here, as Henderson is ahead of Nacogdoches at halftime by a score of 21-7. And we'll be back with more scoreboard highlights right after these messages.
We're behind you all the way, Lions, from the classroom to the football field. Best of luck from the law firm of Welburn, Houston, Atkinson, Mann, Sadler, and Hill.
East Texas Telephone Cooperative Incorporated serves 11 East Texas counties with 21 exchanges and over 25,000 customers. In fact, East Texas Telephone Cooperative Incorporated is the largest telephone cooperative in Texas, providing rural telephone service to many East Texas communities. As our Rusk County students strive for continued success in all activities, East Texas Telephone Cooperative Incorporated wishes them the very best of luck.
And back here at Henderson Lions Stadium, thanks to Chipper Dean for filling in there, as it's your Lions leading 21-7 here in their first home game against the Nacogdoches Dragons. A exciting, unique first half of play. The Lions on their score, 3 scoring attempts and drives, scored quickly. And the Nacogdoches Dragons controlling the clock and scoring at the last part of the first half as we do a little quick breakdown of the scoring in this ball game. It was started off with a bang as the Lions scored 11:44 into the first quarter, a 95-yard kickoff return by Kenyatta Neal, the first play of the game. As they also scored at 5:52 of the second quarter, a 49-yard run by Kenyatta Neal. They added to that lead with 2:50 left on the clock. A 40-yard touchdown pass by Jonathan Stovall to Kenneth Williams. 21-0, but like we said, the Dragons came back quickly with 1:10 left on the clock. A 4-yard touchdown run by their quarterback, William Whitaker, to make it 21-7. And that's where we'll start, as the Lions will kick off here to start the second half. And how big is a defensive stand here to start off this half of the play?
No, I think it's really important that we just shut them down right quick, right off the bat. Really don't give them much confidence, don't get momentum on their side at all.
The worst thing could happen would be to make a long drive and keep our defense on the field again and kind of wear us down here in the third quarter, because we played so much defense the first quarter.
Yeah, we've got to get the ball, and we've got to control the ball and control the clock.
It'll be interesting to see if they do come out and we stop them a little bit running the football. I think they're going to not waste any time throwing the ball, because I think they can throw against us now because they've had some success there.
Clayton Kirsch kicks it off right to left on your radio dial. Deep kick back at the 5-yard line, taken by Idris Whitaker there, up the middle to the 20. And he's knocked down hard. Fumble, and it looks like the Lions may have it as it's down there, and it's going to be...
Do you know who sacrificed their body that time?
I think little Browning might have.
Marcus Browning.
Did a great job.
What a big play.
And the ball just kind of burst out of that guy's side there.
And
Scott Goodwin was down the field.
I had to make Sandy happy because he was in there and really stuck his head in there. He didn't play on the kickoff team last year. He's one of those new people.
Coach McGinnis is hugging his neck and patting him on the helmet.
I think he just made a spot on the kickoff team.
I think he did.
So the Lions with a big chance. 1st and 10. Here's the pitch to Neal outside, and he's spun down at the 21. Coming in to make the play for the Dragons is number 56, Sam Harrod.
Not Austin Adams, but Travis Adams, Austin's older brother, is a quarterback.
As he comes in with the play from Dennis Alexander. Just started here in the second half, 11:25 on the clock, and a big special teams play. The Lions recovering a fumble.
Mm-hmm.
2nd and 11 now at the 21. Here's Adams with the snap, pitches back to Page up the middle to the 15, 14-yard line. A gain of 7, and that will make it 3rd down and 4 to go. 5 to go is what they'll mark it.
Bo caught that one, and he just cut right back right in where the guard normally is and found a little seam there and picked up good 7 yards.
Good blocking up front there, and just took a little crack there, and old Bo really hit it quick. It's a 3rd down. We got to make it, or we'll probably go for a field goal.
Allen Aiden into the game on the right side. Neal and Page in the backfield. Here's the snap. Page cuts it back up middle again near the 10-yard line, and this is going to be close as it's a pile-up at the 10. And
I think we got a bad mark. No, I shouldn't say a bad mark. Charles, excuse me, I mean walk on top of you there, but I saw the end guy coming here. We're going to be a little bit short.
Yep.
What's he going to do? He's going for it.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. With
no hesitation.
Well, no more than that. We got to.
Kenneth
if we'd have like 2 yards or more, I'm sure we'd have gone for the field goal. But
boy, Bo is hitting a sweet seam in there. Those linemen are really getting down and digging right now.
Excuse me, Charles.
Kenneth Williams brings into play. So,
but these are the kind of plays we got to make in district here when it's 3rd and 4th and 1, and we're not a real good short yardage team. Let's see if we can do it.
See what the play call is. As here's a snap. Handed to Page, and he gets it easily. A big hole on the left side of the line, and he's over to 10 to the 6-yard line. We'll bring you another update on the Dogwood Orthopedics Clinic scoreboard. As 9:57 left here in the 3rd quarter, 21-7 your Lions lead it, threatening to score here early.
Good blocking inside that time by our guards and our tackles, and Chad McCray, our center. Great blocking, guys.
2 in the backfield, Neal and Page. Here's the flip, far side. Neal with it. He has room. He's going to go in for the score. A 7-yard touchdown run by Neal, and it's his 3rd time in the end zone tonight.
Charlie, they're doing exactly what I said we have to do. Run timeout on the clock.
Run what?
Run the timeout on the clock.
Yeah.
Quit scoring so quickly.
But anyway, I'm glad it was us that scored instead of Nacogdoches, because Nacogdoches come out and gets a quick score. Well, this is going to be a real tight football game.
Opening kickoff was a touchdown, and opening kickoff the second half.
Let's give that one to our kickoff cover team.
You bet you.
As Shannon Cox will hold, Clayton Kirsch with the extra point attempt. Snap, here it's down, kick is up, and boomed by Kirsch near the locker room. That makes it 28-7, your Lions in front on Henderson Lions football.
Turning points, those times in our lives that make a dramatic impact. Marriage, divorce, a child's birth, a death. These are just a few of life's turning points. But life's ultimate turning point is where we will spend eternity. I'm Jerry Wilson, pastor of Henderson's First Baptist Church, and I want to invite you to join us Sundays at 11 a.m. and 6 p.m. as we discover biblical answers and support for life's turning points.
There was a time when the automatic teller machine was new. Some people were leery of it. Sure hope that thing doesn't eat my money. With time, the ATM achieved worldwide acceptance. Couldn't get along without my ATM card. Banking should be convenient. Use your ATM card. People's State Bank. Member FDIC.
Looking forward to your future.
And it's 28-7, your Lions in front as they recover a fumble on the opening kickoff of this second half and go in to score. And they lead it by 21. The Lions will kick it off again with 9:43 on the clock. I'm Charles Witt alongside Bobby Briscoe and Charlie Franklin. Thanks for joining us here on KGRI, the voice of the Lions for 1997. Second game of the year, first home game, and it's been an exciting one. Clayton Kirsch with the kickoff, and it's up. Long kick again, high, and going to be taken at the 5 by Brister. He cuts inside. He has room at the 40, and he's broken away. He's going to take it all the way. He's at the 20. He's at the 10, and in for a score. A 95-yard kickoff return, the second of the night, now one for each team. And how quickly
things change, yeah.
Yes. Amazing the special team plays of this game so far tonight, as both teams now with a 95-yard kickoff return, as Aaron Brister takes that, he's a senior, and takes it in for the score, and that makes it 28-13.
We had an opening on this side, the side by the press box here, and he just found the seam and got in there and hit it, and boy, he was gone. He has some speed too.
Our safety had a chance, but he juked him too, just like Kenyatta juked theirs a while ago. And
here's a kick by Doug Miller, easily through, and that makes it 28-14. Two quick scores, 9:25 left third quarter on Henderson Lions football.
At Boral Bricks, we understand people's taste. Whatever your need, whatever color, whatever style, we have just what you want. Because at Boral Bricks, we've known all along that it's more than just a brick. It's the home of your dreams. Just call 1-800-5-BORAL-5 to receive a free brochure and the location of the showroom nearest you. Boral Bricks, a solid decision to build your dreams on.
And your Lions drop back to receive a kickoff. The Nacogdoches Dragons scoring on a 95-yard kickoff return by Aaron Brister to make it 28-14, the Lions in front. As Brian Brown drops back along with Derek Page and Kenyatta Neal to receive the kick by Doug Miller. As he kicks it from the 40, a low one and near the sideline and out of bounds, and that will draw the flag as they decide just to keep it away from the kickoff return attempt.
They, Nacogdoches that time, Nacogdoches is not a bad football team in any sense of the word. They're a pretty good football team. We've capitalized on their mistakes, and that time they capitalized on our mistake. Anytime you're playing a football team that puts up as many points as they put up last week, they're dangerous.
As it's a legal procedure call on the Dragons, and they'll have to kick it again.
They play another one of our district rivals next week as Carthage goes to Nacogdoches next Friday night.
Carthage looking particularly tough here in the early going as taking a look at the Dogwood Orthopedic Clinic scoreboard. Carthage 14-0 over Atlanta, as I believe that is at halftime. Also in Class 4A action, Jacksonville now leading Jasper 14-10. Russ 10, Pine Tree nothing at halftime. And it's Kilgore 10, Mount Pleasant 6 at halftime. As they'll kick it from the 35 now. And it's once again Page, Brown, and Neal back to receive the kick. Miller boots it, and once again a short kick at the 35, and dropping down on it is number 46, Joe Powell.
Yeah, just get on her, cover it right there, and let's get the offense cranked up, and let's go.
As other scores on the Dogwood Orthopedic Clinic scoreboard, Class 5A action, Colleen Ellison leading Longview 7-0 at halftime, an upset in the making there, and Robert E. Lee 6, Irving High 3 at halftime. No score yet between John Tyler and Dallas Skyline. Lions 1st and 10 at their own 34, 9:20 left third quarter. Here's the snap. Adams pitches it back and up the middle as it's up to about the 34-yard line, it looks like, as there's no gain on the play. Carrying that ball was, I didn't see who carried that.
Bo
Was
Page.
that
Number 20.
Page?
Yeah,
Okay.
number 20, trying to run a little cutback to him inside.
Well, they closed it down.
They shut it down
no
that
run.
time.
So it'll be 2nd and 10 as Adam leads them to the line. Page and Neal set in the backfield. Here's the snap, pitch right side. Neal tries to get outside, and he stumbles in the backfield as he drops at the 31, making the play, number 51, Paul Scott for Nacogdoches.
I think he got him by the ankle and just did trip him up. And
Yeah, and I think he's got a cramp now.
As that's going to make it 3rd down and 12 yards to go. Finishing up on the Dogwood Orthopedic Clinic scoreboard, Sherman 3, Sulphur Springs nothing. And the second quarter, Paris 15-0 over Palestine. And Class 3A ball, halftime, no score between Sabine and Beckville. And Tatum 15, Center 7, late in the second quarter.
Charlie, you notice my hometown, Charlie, 15-0 over Palestine. Notice that, Charlie?
You a parasite?
I'm a parasite. Sure am.
As Travis Adams come over to the sideline to take a breather or maybe just get the play. As
Nope.
no, he's going to take a breather as Jonathan Stovall into the game. Charles Simpson coming out to the near side as a split in. 3rd and 12 to go at the 32-yard line. 2 in the backfield. Here's a snap. Stovall looks to pass, puts it up to Simpson near the 50. He reaches up and it bounces out of his hands. Good defensive play by Reed Landry.
He's crapping too.
Yep. Now make it 4th and 12. And the Lions will have to punt it away. Dropping back to receive their kick is Aaron Brister, who just had the kickoff return.
Charles was split out wide left out here, and they just ran the fade over him. Charles is big, tall young man, jumps quite well, and they were just hoping to lay the ball up. He could go up and get it and bring it down, but it just didn't work that time.
Shannon Cox will punt it away for the Lions. He has done a good job. He gets the snap. Good kick, and it's going to be received at the 37 by Brister. He falls down, and he'll drop down at the 39, and that's where Nacogdoches will start this possession.
Boy, that was good hustle down the field that time by Doug Gibbons. He was a deep snapper, and he was the first one downfield.
28-14, Lions in front, 8:14 on the clock here in the third quarter.
Not much time has run off. Lots happened, but not much time has run off here. A lot of football yet to play.
Big possession here.
This is a big possession here for Nacogdoches.
Going out wide left for them as Patrick Hughes also joined there by number 14, Ash George. 3 in the backfield. Whitaker hands it to the first man, as that is Kavansky Chapman, and he gets up to the 43-yard line. A gain of 4, make it 2nd and 6.
The big old tight end that time was in the slot out there about 5 yards out. He's a mean-looking receiver out there, about 5 yards slot.
They just ran the dive that time with a fullback right over on the left side, and they're giving us an unbalance. We only have 2 offensive linemen on the right side of the football, so they're unbalanced and they're extra strong on that side over there, and it's spreading us out.
2nd and 7 at the 43. George and Hughes now to the near side. Whitaker making the call at the line. Here's the snap, and once again the Chapman up the middle. He's stacked up at the 46. Forward progress gets him another gain of 3.
Looked like the fullback was going to keep the ball, and the quarterback tried to take it back from him.
Charlie, the quarterback that time took the snap and stepped to his left and stepped back just a little bit, and he's handing the ball right over the center. Of course, we don't have a down lineman over the center. We've got a middle linebacker back there, and what they've done, they've split us so wide, they think they can just run right up the middle, and that's what they're doing.
As it's now 3rd and 4, 6:58 as the clock runs. Bringing in that play, James Cole. He's caught one pass. He's the tight end on the left side. Hughes the tight end on the right side. Here's a snap, Whitaker, and he's nailed. He kept the ball and tackled at the 44-yard line as Jeremy Blatton and a couple others made the play.
Yeah, number 45, Jeffrey Holman.
We went to a short yardage defense. We had 7 people down.
Had a guy over the center,
had a 7-2. And different look, and we confused him and got to him that time. That's a big play.
Big play, defense. Big play. Good call, Coach McGinnis.
Brian Brown drops back to receive the punt. Timeout, and we'll take a timeout ourselves. 28-14 Lions on the Henderson Lions football.
Henderson Tire has the largest selection of Cooper tires at the guaranteed lowest prices in Rusk County. They also provide full mechanic services. Henderson Tire features 90 days same as cash on all our products and services, as well as 6-month and 12-month same as cash. We also guarantee the lowest prices. As always, we offer free pickup and delivery, and most tire installations are in and out in 45 minutes. At Henderson Tire, there's no appointment necessary. Come by any time for great service. Henderson Tire, 205 South Marshall in the old Montgomery Wards building.
Have you seen the TV ads for the MasterCard debit card? We have it at Citizens National Bank, and it's called Master Money, and it's free. I'm Milton McGee, president of Citizens National Bank. Call Susan Hand at 657-8521 for your application. Remember, there are no fees, and it can also be used as your ATM card. Citizens National Bank is a member of FDIC.
As Brian Brown drops back to receive the kick, he'll go down to the 22-yard line. 6:16 left on the clock. 28-14, your Lions lead it, as kicking it away for the Nacogdoches Dragons is number 58. He is under pressure, avoids the rush, gets the kick away. It's a good kick. It will bounce at the 21, down at the 23, as downing that kick was number 76, John Stewart. But once again, the Lions got pressure on the punt, and
he tried to run the ball.
Yes.
They're going to call roughing the kicker, and he tried to run it.
Once he starts to run the football, he's free. He is free game.
Yep, looks like what's.
And they're going to call it.
That's not right.
Oh, he missed that one.
He missed that one big time because he took 3 or 4 steps just to run that football.
Richard Williams, the punter, and you're right, he made that
Once you start to make that move, you are free game. You can hit him and do anything you want to him.
This is a big call as Kavonsky Chapman out to talk to the officials as it comes with 6:07 left in the third quarter in. Dennis Alexander out on the field looking to see what the call is. Roughing the kicker. And that will put the ball at the 41-yard line. How about that?
No, that's not right.
So, Nacogdoches with a huge break in this game as Alexander gets a meeting with the official on this call. 28-14 Lions lead it.
Charles, they can see this play right here next Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday on TCA Cable Channel 10 at 7 o'clock.
He ran a good 3 steps with it.
And you will get to make your own decision about whether that was a good call or not a good call.
It's going to be...
I've already made mine.
Yep. I don't need to see the replay.
No.
We're not going to get a chance to change his mind, but he is wrong.
1st and 10 for the Dragons now at the 41 of the Lions. Aaron Brister split out wide left.
That hurt.
Going left to right on your radio dial. Let's see how the defense responds. Clock started. It's 3 in the backfield. Here's the snap, handed up the middle, and it's going to go down to the 31-yard line, or 34-yard line is where they'll mark it down. Is on the carry was P.J. Page.
Charlie, I don't think there's been any changes made in the rules on that.
Oh, you can't. Anytime a guy starts to run, you've got to be able to tackle him because you don't hit. You'll be like Kilgore, get up off the ground, run for a touchdown.
Yep.
That happened to us last year. A guy get up off the ground and ran for a touchdown.
Split out near side, Corey Silas. First time we've seen him. 5:22 as the clock continues to go at the 34, 2nd and 3. As it's handed right side and down to the 30-yard line. It's a near, as it looks like they may mark his knee near the 31, just inside the 30. As once again, it looked like Page with the carry, and looks like they'll have to mark it.
Yeah, going to time out to measure it. That time the fullback just hit right over their right guard, right off his tail, and ran right up the seam there and got a good run. They're running really, first half we were shutting them down inside. Now they're running inside on us pretty regularly, and they're being successful at it. So
it's
I don't know
first down.
Yeah.
So that will put it at the distance outside the 30-yard line, 31-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Dragons, and the Lions defense has really been on the field for a long time in this ball game.
Yes.
I said before the ball game it's going to take 28 points to win. It might take more.
Ash George split out wide left for the Dragons. Page, Waters, and Chapman in the backfield for Nacogdoches. Handed to Page. He goes left side, bounces off one tackle, leg tackled at the 24-yard line, and that's a gain of 6.
Ran a little cross buck, didn't he?
Yep, sure did.
Had a little trap on the left side. They're sitting here with a fullback and 2 halfbacks, and 2 of the backs went to the right side, and then the other back crossed behind them and hit on the left side between the tackle and the guard over there. They actually had a trapper over there in front of him.
What scares me more than anything else, I think we're a little bit tired on defense.
We're not a little bit, we're a lot tired.
Yeah, I think that really bothers me.
2nd and 4 at the 24. Clock at 4:18. 1 wide left for the Dragons. Whitaker under center. Here's the snap. He keeps it. Keeps it himself. Goes inside up to the 20, 19-yard line. A gain of 5 and a first down for the Dragons.
That time he should have pitched because I tell you
Yes,
what,
sir.
if he'd pitched that football, I'm afraid he might have scored because our quarterback came in awful quick. I look for him to take a step inside and pitch here in a minute. And
I think probably their coaches saw that too, and they're fixing to call it.
So 1st and 10 at the 19 now as Aaron Brister goes out wide left. James Water, P.J. Page, and Kavonsky Chapman in the backfield. Lions close to the line. Here's the snap. And it's handed to Page up the middle. He'll get down to the 11-yard line, a pickup of 8. And that'll make it 2nd and short.
That's the same play they ran a while ago with the cross action, but instead of a pulling lineman, they had one back come to the right side, and then they had a lead back going on the left side, Charlie, and that's why they had a lead back leading on the linebacker. The linebacker steps up, and he's blocked.
Ash George brings into play and goes out wide left. 2nd and 3 is what they mark it at the 13. Here's the quick snap, and it's up the middle. And breaking through, Kavonsky Chapman, he's in with the score, a 13-yard touchdown run by Chapman right up the middle, and he kept on churning, and that makes it 28-20.
Was the roughing the penalty a big play?
Shoot.
Well, I believe it was a huge play.
No doubt about it, as the Dragons capitalized pretty quickly, and now they'll attempt the extra point. Doug Miller. The hold will be by Ash George. Try to make this a 7-point game.
This ball game is a long way from being over.
Here's the kick. It's through under pressure, and that makes it 28-21 Lions. 3:19 left in the third quarter on Henderson Lions football.
Peterson's Home Furnishings is having an RCA kickoff sale. Watch the Henderson Lions and your favorite college and pro teams this football season on a new RCA TV. This RCA 46-inch big screen TV has picture-in-picture, SRS surround stereo sound, and digital focus, only $14.99. Now there's no more endless channel searching with the all-new TV Guide Plus feature. Get 6 months, same as cash, on 27 to 61-inch models. Like this 27-inch home theater stereo TV, just $599. Record and watch your favorite games on this RCA 4-head hi-fi stereo VCR, only $229. Come in now for the RCA kickoff sale at Peterson's Home Furnishings, where quality is the difference.
3:19 on the clock here in the third quarter. A 7-point game now as Nacogdoches has scored twice in a row. A controversial call in this game, a roughing a kicker call that gave the Dragons the ball back at the 41 of the Lions, and the Dragons are able to score on a 13-yard touchdown run by Kavonsky Chapman. They'll kick it to the Lions now, left to right on your dial. Doug Miller with the kick, and it's a little squibber up to the 30-yard line. Taken there, 35, 37-yard line, as dropping his shoulder, Joe Powell, and he made a Dragon pay. And let's see how...
He did. Good lick.
Going to be interesting to see how the Lions respond now. A nice drive here, and you can regain the momentum. 28-21, as coming in with the play is Jonathan Stovall.
Little gut check for the Lions. Little gut check. It's okay. It's good for us, but we're going to throw the football. We cannot continue to run against this 10-man front.
Lions come to the line. Derek Page and Kenyatta Neal in the backfield. They're set. Here's the snap. Stovall drops back to pass. He rolls outside, has time, puts it up. Here's a pass. Simpson comes down with it at the 45, and a first down for the Lions, as that's a gain of 17.
He had an end wide open over here that he couldn't see because he took the ball and he sprinted right. And of course, he was focusing on Charles, and the end on the left side over here was wide open. Number 30, Kenneth Williams, was open again if he could have thrown it back, but he couldn't see him. Good pass, good catch, good offensive play.
Got to loosen them up. They got too many white folks up there around the ball. Line of scrimmage.
Allen Ayton into the game now as Stovall comes to the line. Here's the snap, pitch near side. Neal bobbles it, grabs it, comes down at the 48-yard line, dragged down by number 54, Kendall Decker.
Good lucky with him fumble that pitch in. He kind of bobbled it. Scared me.
Scared several of us.
Loss of 3 on the play will make it, they'll make it a loss of 2, 2nd and 12 at the 47 as the clock runs at 2:43.
Javis Wright came out. Javis is our strong side guard, came out. He's getting a cramp in his calf there. He's walking it off. I'll see who came in.
We've got to have Javis in the ball game. He graded higher than anybody we had last week in lineman.
Number 4, Fred Bowens into the game with Neal out. Page in the backfield along with Bowens. Here's the snap. Stovall rolls out the pass. Far side, puts it up, has a man, and it just misses Terrence Oliver near the 31-yard line. Incomplete. That'll stop the clock at 2:15 and make it 3rd and 12.
Number 57 is in the football game replacing Javis Wright, and that's Alfredo Gonzalez playing the strong side guard.
Well, we're still in the third quarter. We got 2:15. This has been a long, long quarter.
A lot of action, a lot of scoring as Alan Ayton brings in the play to Stovall. He's had time to throw the last 2 times he's dropped back. Out of the game for the Dragons defensively, number 36, Dustin Allgood. At the 47 of the Dragons, the Lions break from the huddle. Simpson on the left side as the tight end. 2 in the backfield. Here's the snap. Stovall drives back to pass. Under pressure, puts it up. He has Page at the 22, and it's complete. A first down for the Lions, and that's a gain of about 30 on the play.
Boy, I'll tell you what, Bo had to stop and come back and catch that great. He adjusted to that ball.
He really did.
I am glad Bo was out there. Bo, good catch, good catch.
Good protection,
Jonathan
lineman.
Foot
Good.
up there, and woo.
He ran pretty deep. That's a good protection to give him time to throw that football, because that was a big third down play right then, boy. I tell you, we had to have that one.
1st and 10 at the 22 of Nacogdoches. Kenyatta Neal back into the game, joining Derek Bo Page in the backfield. Alan Ayton, left side, in motion. Here's the pitch to the far side. Neal with it. He breaks inside, out to the 15, 10, 5, touchdown, Henderson! Neal with his 4th touchdown of the night, and that puts Henderson back up by 2 touchdowns. And Neal using his speed all night long to make plays.
My word, Charlie, my word.
Man,
and we still haven't taken the ball and just driven it down the field. Big play tonight. Woo!
That time, the scat off a little different wrinkle. We
Yes,
put a man
it
in
was.
motion, had an extra blocker over there, and it was a beautiful play. Well executed by the Lions. Great run there, Kenyatta, and good blocking up front.
34-21, pending the extra point by Clayton Kirsch. Shannon Cox ready to hold. Here's the snap. It's down, up and through, and the Lions back up by 14. 35-21, 1:47 left third quarter on Henderson Lions football.
Expecting a special delivery? Then we're expecting you at the birthplace. Henderson Memorial Hospital's new state-of-the-art childbirth and maternity care center. The birthplace offers a warm atmosphere with large, beautifully decorated rooms, the expertise of special physicians, nurses, and staff, and the finest monitoring system available, all to provide high-quality care for moms and newborns. The birthplace at Henderson Memorial Hospital, a special place for your special delivery.
35-21, your Lions out in front as they kick it off to the Dragons after a 22-yard touchdown run by Kenyatta Neal with 1:47 left on the clock here in the third quarter. Thanks for joining us tonight here on KGRI, the voice of the Lions. I'm Charles Witt alongside Bobby Briscoe and Charlie Franklin, and what a game we have here on our hands.
Oh, a game of big plays. I tell you, lightning strikes quick, and dynamite comes in small packages. Boy, I tell you what. A little Bo Page made a great catch a while ago, then a great run by Kenyatta.
Here's the kickoff taken by Brister at the 10. Near side, he eludes one tackle down at the 25 as he's brought down by
Mark
number 9.
Browning.
Yep.
Way to go, Mark.
Mark, a junior, makes the play. Now we'll set it up 1st and 10 for the Dragons at the 25-yard line. 1:40 as this third quarter has lasted a while. And this crowd is fired up on both sides.
That time Brian Brown was on the kickoff team, was the end on this side. He got in there and he turned him right back into Mark. Oh, Mark broke down and made a great play.
Band warming up the crowd as the Dragons break out of the huddle. Ash George near side, wide out. Whitaker under center. A lot of men on the line for the Lions. Here's Whitaker keeping it far side. He's forced down at the 22. What a play by Derek McGee, containing.
Boy, Derek.
We hadn't fooled him yet.
Stay at home, buddy.
He got out there and he just made just a great play. He broke down. He didn't try to just annihilate him. He broke down, got a hold of him, was taking him to the ground, and one of our defensive tackles was hustling, and Justin Mayfield got out there and put a shot on his back, and they took him down.
As that's a loss of 2, 2nd and 12 now at the 23. Clock running at 1:07. Derek McGee, a returning starter. He played a lot of games at the end of the season. A junior, 5'8", 155, making that play. As the Dragons come to the line, led by Whitaker. Here's a quick snap. Whitaker keeps it, puts up a pass. Hughes with the catch at the 26, eludes one tackle. 31, 32, he's down at the 34-yard line. A pickup of 11, just short of a first down. That's going to make it 3rd and 1.
Two of our defensive players on the play, number 22, Justin Jackson, number 70, Matt Thigpen. Good tackle, guys.
Well, I tell you what, I would have to use that big guy if I was coaching Nacogdoches. I'd get it to him pretty often. He's a threat out there.
Very talented. A long 1 yard for the first down. 3rd and 1 at the 34 of Nacogdoches. 12 seconds left on the clock, 3rd quarter. Snap. Whitaker hands it to P.J. Page. He's through for the first down as he gets to the 38. And that's where it'll be marked.
That was their little old cross-buck action again. I really can't see what the down linemen are doing, but the backs are just crossing, and then they've got a lead back that's leading up in on the linebacker.
Well, we got a little battle of the bands going here. Both of them playing their fight song back and back. That's good to hear. Getting our fans really excited.
A pumped-up atmosphere here in Henderson tonight.
And
that ends the 3rd quarter. Your Lions lead at 35-21 on Henderson Lions football.
We're behind you all the way, Lions, from the classroom to the football field. Best of luck from the law firm of Welburn, Houston, Atkinson, Mann, Sadler, and Hill.
As the Dragons come to the line, they have it 1st and 10 as they start the 4th quarter at their 38-yard line on a drive. Down 35-21, your Lions leading it. As movement on the line, and there's a flag thrown, and it looks like it may go against Nacogdoches.
I was looking over during the break there at Mr. Ferguson, our band director, and he had his hand out there, and he was looking at his kids, and he was shaking his fist. There's a little battle going on here between the bands, and he said, let's go now, let's get them. And it reminded me of that commercial that's on TV. That the little boy comes in and said, we fix to go play golf, and we're going to get break our drivers out and let the big dog hunt. Well, that's what Mr. Ferguson fixed to do. He's fixed to let the big dogs hunt.
You talk about a pageantry with college football.
Yeah.
If you want to see what high school football is about, come on out to Henderson tonight, right now. This is great. As it's 1st and 15 now. Still no time off the clock here in the 4th quarter. At the 33, the Dragons with it. Headed off, first man through, and he's down to the 37-yard line. I pick up a 4. Looked like P.J. Page. Or now that's Kavonsky Chapman with the carry, the fullback. Make it 2nd and 12.
Well, when these bands play like this, it really gets everybody enthused.
It really does.
Cheerleaders, it just really adds to the game, you know.
As
Both bands doing a great job.
We'll take an updated look at the Dogwood Orthopedic Clinic scoreboard. Class 5A action. Colleen Ellison still leading Longview 7-3 in the 3rd quarter. Dragons up to the line. One wide right. That's Aaron Brister. Whitaker talking to Chapman, his fullback. Now he's under center. Here's the snap, and Whitaker with it. Cuts inside up to the 39. Short gain of 2, and that's going to make it 3rd and long.
Good play, Justin Jackson, number 22. Good play. Matt Thigpen was out there also.
Got an interesting one in Class 5A action at halftime. Dallas Skyline nothing and John Tyler nothing.
Ooh.
And that's very, very surprising.
That is surprising.
3rd quarter, Robert E. Lee still leading Irving High 6-3. 35-21 here. 10:45 on the clock left in this game.
A lot of time left. 3rd down and 9, a pass situation. So let's see if we can put a little pressure on the quarterback here.
Ash George out to the far side for the Dragons. 3 in the backfield as there's movement on the line. Here's the snap. Whitaker drops back to pass. Rolls near side, under pressure. He's dragged from behind, puts up a pass, but he was under pressure by Scott Goodwin. How many times have we called Goodwin's name tonight?
A lot. But that time, Coach Alexander wants an intentional grounding because there was not anybody where he threw it.
There was about 4 blue shirts.
Well, you're right, Charlie. And we couldn't get them. We couldn't get any help that time, you know. And they also didn't see that tackle stand up on the right side over there where they should have thrown the flag.
4th and 9, and the Dragons will punt it away. Charles Simpson will drop back at the 30.
Why don't you tell them how you feel, Bob?
I am. I was just going to think, maybe I need to get a strap shirt. No, I think I'll stay up here. You guys are doing a good job. Just stay out there.
I don't know. Let's get this punt over with first. We're not going to try to block it this time. We're going to play a return.
Richard Williams kicks it away, and it's off. A long kick as Simpson goes back at the 23. Rolls near side, cuts it back up the middle. He'll drop down at the 29, and that's where the Lions will start with 10-12 on the clock. 1st and 10, they lead it by 14.
Good defensive series there.
Good defensive
Attaboy,
series.
give him a hand. Stand up. Damon Bishop stand up. A few more. Way to go, Damon. Give him a big hand.
As bringing in the play, Jonathan Stovall. Other scores on the Dogwood Orthopedic Clinic scoreboard. Jacksonville 14, Jasper 10. That's now in the 3rd quarter of play.
That's a good ball game there.
Yep.
Two good 4A clubs.
As Stovall is set, so's the line. Here's the snap. Handed to Page up the middle, and he gets a little bit of room up to the 33, and that's a gain of 4.
Boy, that little sucker hit it up in there, and boy, he bounced it out there. He literally ran straight and then just kind of glide. He just would glide right over to his left and then bounce and get a squirt to pick up that. Well, it's almost 4 yards.
Other scores, Russ 10, Pine Tree nothing, 3rd quarter. Also in the 3rd, Kilgore 10, Mount Pleasant 6. 2nd and 7 at the 33 of the Lions. Page and Neal in the backfield. Here's the snap, pitched right side, and taking it Page to the 35, a short pickup of 2.
Boy, the Dragons, they haven't given up yet.
No,
they think they're still in this ball game, and they are.
Yeah, they really are. Anytime in 14 points, Coach Alexander's trying to run some time off that clock. That 3rd quarter was about 2 days long.
Yeah.
I got to shave again.
I do too.
3rd and 5 at the 35.
I'm thinking about start shaving.
With that baby face? Come on. Kenneth Williams into the game for the Lions. Big 3rd down play. Williams in motion near side. Here's the pitch. Neal with it, left side. He's met at the 35 as the Dragons close quickly, and the Lions will have to punt it away.
Yeah, they did a good job of reading us that time. That was a good defensive series for Nacogdoches.
A while ago, we went in motion, ran the scat toward. That time, we were going motion and ran the pitch away from it, But didn't fool the Dragons that time as they played good defense, and we didn't get to keep it very long. We got 8:26 clock running. We got to kick it right back to them.
Aaron Brister at the 30-yard line for the Dragons. Shannon Cox with the punting duties.
So far, our punting game has been pretty sound. We've got to keep it that way because...
Here's the kick, and it's a high one.
Good one.
Near to the 30, Brister with it. He'll go far side with it. A little bit of room, but he's tackled at the 40. A diving stop by the Lions is in on the play, number 57 for Henderson.
Alfredo Gonzalez. Good job, Alfredo.
Way to go, Alfredo.
So that's where the Dragons will start at their, probably their 41, 1st and 10. Other scores quickly on the Dogwood Orthopedic Clinic scoreboard. Carthage 17-0 over Atlanta in the 3rd quarter. Also in the 3rd, Sherman 10, Sulphur Springs 0. Paris still shutting out Palestine 15-0 early in the 3rd quarter.
That won't last.
Oh, Charlie, don't say that.
Dragons up at the line, no wideouts, only 3 in the backfield.
Ooh.
Whitaker keeps it, he's under pressure. Scott Goodwin at his feet. And
Shane
where they get
Ballinger was in there also, but Scott has played him a football game tonight.
That's going to drop it back at the 35, and looks like we'll have a timeout right now. We'll take a timeout as well. 35-21, your Lions in front on Henderson Lions football.
East Tex Telephone Cooperative Incorporated serves 11 East Texas counties with 21 exchanges and over 25,000 customers. In fact, East Tex Telephone Cooperative Incorporated is the largest telephone cooperative in Texas, providing rural telephone service to many East Texas communities. As our Rusk County students strive for continued success in all activities, East Tex Telephone Cooperative Incorporated wishes them the very best of luck.
As the Dragons come to the line, they split out 2 to the near side. Two split out to the near side for the Dragons. 7:49 left in the ball game. 35-21, your Lions in front. Patrick Hughes and Ash George. And I have to agree with you, Charlie. That Hughes looks like an athlete.
Yeah, when you put him in this formation here against our little rover, man,
Yep.
that's a mismatch. Man.
3 in the backfield for the Dragons. 2nd and 15. Whitaker with the ball. He pitches to the near side. P.J. Page to the 40. He's knocked down at the 42-yard line, maybe the 43, and that will be an 8-yard pickup.
I tell you what, that guy can mismatch a lot of people, though,
Yeah.
as big as he is.
Yeah,
Brian Brown was standing out there probably within 5 yards of him, and he is huge compared to Brian.
And that quarterback coming down the line, either pass or throw or run, puts a lot of pressure on that secondary. You know, he's throwing the ball with that same little maneuver down the line there.
7:09 on the clock, 3rd and 8. Big play. Ash George out to the right side. Aaron Brister near side for Nacogdoches. As here's Whitaker rolling far side with a pass play. Puts it up, and it's almost picked up as it is incomplete, as Pat Sanders almost had a pickoff, and if he catches it, he goes.
He goes,
He sure does.
and Pat tips the ball, and their receiver juggles a little bit, and Jeremy Blanton is there to slap it down and get his arm across their receiver's arms and knock it down. Good defensive play by Jeremy. Pat was going for the ball, and I'll guarantee you he's been coached to go for the ball too.
4th and 8, and the Dragons have to go for it with 6:52 left in the game. They're down 14.
I'm glad there's only like 7 minutes left in the game, because we really are having some fatigue problems with our defensive players. There's a lot of them cramping up.
As Brister goes right side, Patrick Hughes near side. Look for him to go to him. Here's the snap. Whitaker drops back. He's going up the middle, and it's caught by Brister to the 45, 44-yard line. And that will be a first down as Brister has some speed.
Good,
Big play on 4th
Big play,
down.
good catch.
4th down and a big clutch play there. That keeps the drive alive.
Threw it right over the middle, right in the crowd right there, and actually in the exact middle of the field.
So Nacogdoches in Lions territory at the 44. Clock running at 6:42. 1st and 10 as Ash George and Patrick Hughes near side for Nacogdoches. Kavansi Chapman, the fullback. P.J. Page and Hewlin Polk in the backfield. Whitaker with the snap, hands it to Chapman up the middle, and he's going to get to the 40-yard line, and that will be a 4-yard pickup.
They're staying in the same plan they've been in this whole second half, running the ball right up the middle, right off the guard's tail, running right at the heart of our defense.
Into the game for Henderson, number 57, Alfredo Gonzalez. Out of the game, number 50, Justin Mayfield. Split near side is Brister and James Cole. Chapman in the backfield along with Polk and Page. 2nd and 5 at the 40. Here's the snap. Whitaker nailed at the 45, slicing in Jeremy Blanton. What a quick play.
Oh, he hit him too.
Man, oh man. No chance to set up in the backfield. That will make it 3rd and 5 at the, or not, 3rd and 10 at the 44, the original line of scrimmage.
You know, Whitaker's a pretty big quarterback, and old Jeremy, we just hit him like a bunch of dominoes falling in it. I mean, he really stuck him.
3rd and 10. As near sides, Brister, far side, George, the split ends. One in the backfield. Here's the snap. Whitaker drops back straight, passes it, and it's high over the head of George at the 35.
Good pressure that time from number 88, Brett Mitchell. Number 86 in there is Terrence Oliver. Good pressure that time. They got their hands up and caused him to throw the ball high. Good job.
Finishing
got a
up.
timeout.
As we'll finish up real quick, the Dogwood Orthopedic Clinic scoreboard. As we have updates now. Clean Ellison in the 3rd quarter, still leading Longview 7-3 at halftime. Dallas Skyline and John Tyler scoreless. Robert E. Lee now 14 and Irving High 3 in the 3rd quarter. And that's one team I think we have to watch in the 5A ball around this area. They gave Clean Ellison all they could handle last week at Killeen. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens there. Jacksonville has opened up a little bit of a lead now, 21-10 over Jasper in the 3rd quarter of play. It's Russ 10, Pine Tree 7 in the third. Also in the third, it's Kilgore 10-6 over Mount Pleasant. Gilmer 21, Van 10 in the third quarter. Carthage shutting out Atlanta still 24-0 in the third, and they're going to be tough. We faced them a little way down the road, but there's...
Atlanta always has some speed, always. They're a pretty good football club.
Also in the third quarter, Sherman 10-0 over Sulphur Springs. Paris 15-0, still early in the third.
Charlie, what was that remark you made? I heard you. And parasites are coming, buddy.
Lone 3A score, Tatum 15, Center 7 in the third quarter. Tatum last week losing. They were, of course, a finalist last year in 3A ball. As 5:01 left here in this game, your Lions 35-21. And it's 4th and 10 at the 44 to the Lions. George out to the far side. Brister near side for Nacogdoches. Whitaker ready. Here he drops back to pass. And he's under pressure, eludes trouble. Goes to the 40. That to the 35, 34. That's going to be close to a first down if it isn't a first down.
It is.
Boy, he is an operator, isn't he? Gosh, he puts pressure on you. What he did is he just got outside of our contain that time, and he even had a lead blocker for him. Boy, and he hit it up on the sideline over on the far side, the Nacogdoches sideline, and he hit it up, and he put his shoulder down that time and said he was going to get the first down.
We're going to face some better running backs than we've seen tonight, but I don't think we're going to face a better quarterback this guy.
No, no.
He also got near the sideline to stop the clock. 1st and 10 at the 34 to the Lions. George near side to split in. 3 in the backfield, Chapman, Polk and Page. Here's the snap, and it's handed Page. He goes counter to the 30-yard line, a 4-yard pickup by him as they've used that play a lot.
Yeah, they have. That's their lead again. The crossbuck with the lead there, and number 62, Brandon Gibson, sophomore linebacker, got in and made the tackle.
He sure did.
Good tackle.
With 30 yards to go, they could put it on the ground as much as they care to, because there's 4:27 on the clock, and it continues to run.
Just, you know, take your time and drive it down the field. Let that clock run, is all we want.
As nobody split out this time for Nacogdoches. 2nd and 7 at the 30-yard line. Here's the snap. Whitaker keeps it, pitches outside now. It's a pass. Idris Whitaker, and it's complete. Down to the 10, 9, down to the 6-yard line. They use that halfback pass as catching it looked like Patrick Hughes again. I'm not sure. Maybe James Cole.
Number 88.
88? That would be Patrick Hughes, and he's down on the ground, but that's a pickup of 24 yards as number 42. That was Hewlin Polk with that pass.
But the sad part about it is defensively,
hands.
we were in position. We were there to make the play, make the stop. We had the interception, and it went right through Brian's hands, literally right through his hands. And the guy caught it.
It's spotted at the 7-yard line, so second and, it's at 7-yard line now, 3:55 on the clock. Brister wide left, Whitaker with the keeper, goes near side, pitches out to Page, he's around the corner and in for the score. A 7-yard touchdown run by P.J. Page. That comes with 3:48 left here in the fourth quarter and makes it 35-27.
They are executing their offensive game plan right now, and our defense is not really doing what we're supposed to do. 3 big plays they had in this series that's hurt us.
Ball game not over yet, I tell you.
No.
It's not over yet.
It's onside kick time for them.
Yep.
Doug Miller will attempt the extra point as Ash George with hold.
We need to block
this. Here's the snap, high snap, kick up, and it's blocked as it's back at the 16-yard line. Blocked looked like by Charles Simpson.
You're right, it was Charles.
And that is huge.
You're not kidding.
Huge play. How big is special teams? I mean, a lot of fans concentrate on offense and defense, but this game has turned on special teams.
It has been a game that, but you know, the first half started out with a touchdown, and then the second half started out with a huge fumble that the Lions recovered. Block punts.
What that did there.
Penalty on a punt.
What that did there, Leaves it an 8-point game. It means they got to have more than one score to win.
Yep. Huge break.
A touchdown and 2 points will only tie, so it's going to take 2 scores to beat us. But we want the football. We need to hold on to it a little bit.
Yep. They're going to have to onside kick it.
No doubt about it.
Don't you think?
Oh, no question. There's no, I mean, their defense has played well, but do you want to roll the dice and take that chance? With Neal in the backfield, Page has busted some runs.
We're going to have our onside kick team out there.
Yeah, we're going to be ready for it.
You got,
we got our little numbers up there at front.
Charles Simpson, Travis Adams. You also have Kanan Wilhite up there.
Good hands, people, is what we got up there.
They played some pretty good defense a while ago.
Mark Browning's right over here.
Allen 8.
Yeah, Brian Brown's over here.
There's 2 ways to look at this, with 3:48 to go, because, they played a good defense. They could, with a timeout or 2, they could kick the ball deep and try to hold us, make us kick down there deep. So I'm not completely convinced they're going to onside it.
Neal is back at the 15.
Yeah, they're doing something up. I don't know what. The way they're talking with the coaches are hollering at them on the field. Something's up. I don't know what.
I bet you he kicks it.
I think he might.
Don't know what, though.
We don't know where it's going to be, short or deep.
Last couple have been short squibbers. Here's the kick, and he puts it deep.
Yep, I thought.
Neal going back. He'll catch it at the 1. He has to bring it out. He's at the 5, 10, up the middle to the 12-yard line. And that's where the Lions will get it with 3:37 left in the game.
That's a smart play with over 3 minutes, because if they hold us and make us kick inside the 15, they get great field position. Now we're going to see what we're made out of.
Yep. Jonathan Stovall will come in with the play. And is it time to ground it out, or do you come up with something a little special in that play?
You hope you don't have to throw. You'd like to make it running, but Coach Alexander do whatever he has to do to get a first down.
Yeah.
But he'll try to get on the ground first.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line. Stacked at the line. Here's a flag.
Uh-oh, we moved.
And that's going to come against the Lions.
Oh, they jumped offside. Great.
How about that?
They must have made, that's good.
Little breathing room.
Whew. Scared me. Thought maybe one of our linemen moved or something.
You scared me too. 1st and 5 now at the 17. So the Lions not exactly with the goal line at their back now. That always helps. Neal and Page in the backfield. Here's the snap. There's movement.
Gave it right back to him.
Yep, and movement all the way. Page jumped early, and he'll seesaw back and forth now.
Gave it right back to him.
He tried to get a burst
Okay,
there.
we need to just relax now. Just relax.
So, 1st and 10 now at the 12.
I'm trying to, Bobby, but it's hard. Oh, you're not talking to me, are you?
I'm not talking to you, Charlie.
Kenneth Williams in with the play. Allen Aiden out.
Charlie, we just know you got those eagle eyes, and we just want you to, keep your eyes what's happening out there so we can correct it.
Williams goes left side. 3:35 left in the game. 35-27, Lions lead it. Here's the snap, pitch near side to Neal. He's trying to get around the corner, dragged from behind. Number 36 of the Dragons made the play as Neal down at maybe the 13-yard line, maybe a gain of 1, as making the play was Dustin Allgood.
Run, clock, run.
We hurt ourselves with that penalty, because it sure is easy to make 5 yards, but it's sure tough to make 10 sometimes in 3 downs. But
they're going to keep it at the 12, 2nd and 10. Clock at 3 minutes now, as the Lions try to secure a victory in their first home game of the season. They're at the line with Neal and Page in the backfield. Here's the pitch to Page up the middle, scoots outside, getting no room though, as he'll get no gain as well. That may be a loss of 1. Number 6 making the play, Reed Landry.
Well, I'll tell you what, old Nacogdoches is still in the ball game.
Yes, they are.
They came to play.
Williams in with the play, 8 and out. 2:30 on the clock. 3rd and 10.
You hate to throw the ball, because if it's incomplete, you stop the clock. But the only way we're going to make a first down probably is throw it. So it all depends on whether we're going to take a chance on throwing it or just put it in the hands of your defense.
Clock runs at 2:13. Here's the snap. Stovall drops back to pass, puts it up. Williams with the catch at the 35. He's going in. He's going to score. And the Lions with another big play. Williams, he goes all the way on the play.
When you don't drop it, though, you have got a good chance to score.
88 yards. Williams with his second catch of the night.
You have got to watch this next week on Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday night. You've got to see this game to believe it.
An 88-yard touchdown pass by Stovall to Kenneth Williams.
That might be the best call made this Friday night in America.
Don't try to guess with the man now. I'm telling you.
Well, I knew, like I say, he rolled the dice.
Hey, he knew what to do. He wasn't taking a chance.
That. Well,
Clayton Kirsch will do the extra point as here's the kick. It's up and through, and the Lions lead at 42-27 on Henderson Lions football.
Turning points, those times in our lives that make a dramatic impact. Marriage, divorce, a child's birth, a death. These are just a few of life's turning points. But life's ultimate turning point is where we will spend eternity. I'm Jerry Wilson, pastor of Henderson's First Baptist Church, and I want to invite you to join us Sundays at 11 a.m. and 6 p.m. as we discover biblical answers and support for life's turning points.
An incredible ball game here in Henderson tonight. Your Lions lead it by 15 now, 42-27, as an 88-yard touchdown pass by Jonathan Stovall to Kenneth Williams. Second time they've hooked up tonight. Came on a third down call.
Well, set that play up, Charles. Was a good fake on our scat. Beautiful fake.
You know, the incredible thing about this is we're doing this against a pretty dadgum good football team.
Well, this game, I tell you what, if we don't catch that ball, they get it to score, they could tie this sucker off.
Yep.
That's how close it was. When you see the paper, excuse me, when people see the paper tomorrow and see 42-27, they don't know it could have been 35-35.
Yep. Here's a squib kick by Clayton Kirsch. Had to be picked up at the 25. It's up to the 30, 35, 36.
Boy, and there's a host of Lions in on the tackle.
Of course, it's not over yet.
No, not at all.
You know, with the way this ball game has been going, this has been a
Number 26 getting up out of the middle. That's Charles Lee. Number 46, he was out in on the tackle, Joe Powell. Bunch of Lions out there. Wish I could call them all, but it just piled up and I couldn't get all of them.
1:51 left in the game. Ash George out to the far side. Brister near side. They got slot backs for the Dragons. One solo man in the backfield. Here's the snap. Whitaker drops back to pass. Lobs it right down the middle to Chapman. He catches it at the 39, and he's going to score. Nobody covering him, and that makes it 42-34 or 33 with 1:41 on the clock.
Yeah, this is unbelievable.
That's a 62-yard catch.
I was just about to say the sad part is we got to put our tired defense back on the field.
Incredible. 62 yards from Whitaker to Chapman. And when we say the game's not over, we mean it.
The game is
folks.
not over.
As there was nobody, that was the first time they've called that play, and it fooled everybody.
The closest one to him was a middle linebacker.
Where's the linebacker? Where the secondary backs went, I don't have a clue.
I don't know.
I do know this. We had some substitutes in there that hadn't had any playing time, so let's go ahead and just tell it like it is. They didn't, it was new, and they didn't know what to do.
They're going for two.
Yes, they are.
I would.
Here's the snap. Whitaker with it, tosses it out, and it's out of the reach of Patrick Hughes.
Big play.
Yep.
You ain't kidding.
Now they've got to score 2 times. Now they've got to score a touchdown and a field goal.
Looks like Whitaker tried to rush that throw, and Hughes couldn't dive for it, so it stays 42-33.
Now you got an onside
Now
kick.
you got to score 3 times. You got to score a touchdown, an extra point, and a field goal.
You got an onside kick, too.
Or 4 field goals or 2 touchdowns. Or
in this game, anything's imaginable.
They've got to score 9 points is what it boils down to tie it, 10 points to win.
Special teams for the Lions getting a word of encouragement from Coach Dennis Alexander before they take the field.
They will onside kick this time, or I will jump out of the press box.
No, Charlie, because we're going to hold you to it.
Yep, that's a long drop there, Charlie. I don't know. I don't want you up here with casts on both of your legs next week.
Don't worry, they're going to onside kick. A while ago, I knew they'd kick it deep, but this time they.
Oh, Charlie, you thought they were going to.
I kept telling you it was going to.
No, you said they could.
I kept telling you it was going to.
No, you didn't, Charlie.
Am I going to have to
You wasn't listening.
You were covering your bets every way you went.
As usual, you wasn't listening.
You were covering it every way you went.
Of course, if fans want to see how he called it, you can
That's
tune
right.
in.
Next Tuesday, Wednesday,
Yep, there we
Thursday
go,
at
there
7
we
o'clock on TCA Cable Channel 10. And I'll tell you what, you will see an exciting football game.
No
Of course,
doubt about it.
In my case, you need to have your nitroglycerin with you because I've had about 3 minor heart attacks up here watching this thing.
All they need to do is just for us returning this onside kick all the way, then we'd seen everything. And it happened last year.
Here's the kick, and it's caught down at the 48-yard line. Went through the hands of one player, and making the catch is Travis Adams. The ball went through the hands of Marcus Browning.
Or Wilhack, 84, I believe.
Was it 80?
Yeah.
He went for but Travis caught it. Canaan went for it.
Yeah, if Canaan had caught it, Canaan might have scored.
He could have.
So, the Lions get it at the 48 of Nacogdoches. 1:41 on the clock. Stovall comes in with the play.
It's tomorrow, Sunday.
It seems like it. Long second half after a quick first half. Stovall under center. Neal and Page set in the backfield. Here's the handoff to Page up the middle to the 41, a gain of 7. And look out, there's some
Get up, Alfredo.
extracurricular activity going on there.
Alfredo blocked him and nearly
Robert Vincent, yeah. Timeout by Nacogdoches with 1:31 left. Next week, guys, we're staying at home as kickoff at 7:30 right here as we take on A. Maceo Smith.
All right, we're going to teach you how to say it when you're from East Texas. A. Maceo Smith.
A. Maceo Smith.
Yeah.
That's what he said, Bob.
No, he didn't. He said Maceo. Maceo.
Oh,
He's
he
tough.
doesn't have that East Texas
No, I don't.
slang yet.
I needed help on Monroe, Ouachita last week.
We'll have you, by about the next 2 or 3 games, we'll have you talking like a true East Texan.
Oh, boy, I don't know if I'll be able to go home to St. Louis after that.
He'll be eating cornbread and turnip grains before ball game before the season's over.
The Lions come to the line. 1:31 left on the clock. 2nd and 4 as Nacogdoches has a little brief huddle there.
And you really thought this was a serious job, didn't you? Huh?
I'm learning quickly. What a great night.
Okay.
I guess they're telling them, yeah, guys, let's, keep it calm.
Just keep it calm. Don't have anybody throwing out the ball game. No fights.
You like to see that.
Yeah, use a Phil Gardner expression, just chill.
And both teams at the line now, out of the huddle. Stovall, some movement on the line. Here's the snap. Page with it. Goes right side, keeps on going to the 38. And that's a 3-yard pickup. Almost near a first down. 1:20 as Nacogdoches will call another timeout. Stopping it at 1:19.
They're running it right up the middle. We are, playing good control, trying to keep from any fumbles or anything like that happening, running right over our center and our 2 guards, and just control the football, let the clock run.
Nobody's going home. They wait to see what's going to happen next because
guarantee you if they left before middle of the 4th quarter, they missed some exciting
they sure
football.
Have. Well, if they got here just a little bit late, they sure missed a pretty good first play of the game.
Didn't they, though?
What can we expect next week, guys? You have any?
Last year they had a pretty good football team.
They really were, especially up in the Metroplex area up there. They really
did well.
did.
They're coming on.
They played some football games up there and really did quite well.
Not bad,
Lions come back out onto the field.
Hadn't talked to any of the coaches that seen them play or anything. I don't know how they did
In
last
fact,
week.
they're playing tomorrow. Coaches are going tomorrow to Dallas.
How'd they do last? They played last Saturday also.
Charlie, I don't remember. I talked with some of the coaches, and I don't remember.
Lions ready. Stovall with the snap, hands it to Page. He'll go up the middle again. First down, and that as a signal on the ground. Nacogdoches saying there may be a fumble, but that's wishful thinking.
Turn out the light.
Oh, Charlie. Oh, me.
I thought he was going to break out about right now.
I was afraid he was going to break out right now.
That should do it as the clock runs at 1:12.
And it's 42-33 at 1:08.
Lions will go 2-0 on the season.
1:08 in the morning.
Nacogdoches will go 1-1.
That's 73 points, isn't it?
That's a lot. Next week, the Dragons host Carthage. Here's the snap. Ball's down, and that should about do it.
Grab a knee and chill. You know, Charlie, we scored 24 last week.
Yep,
28 and 42. How many is that,
That's
Charlie?
not bad. That is
That's 70
points.
That is a 35-point average right now.
Impressive. Last week, 341 yards of offense.
Boy, I tell you what, our kicking game was a big part of this tonight.
Yep. So one more snap by the Lions, and now we'll wrap it up.
And our defensive special teams.
There's the snap. Snowball down on one knee, and the Lions will go to 2-0 on the season. They win their home opener 42-33 as the players shake hands after a great ball game. And that's what you like to see, a incredible ball game, lots of turn of events, and the Lions win it by 9. 42-33. We'll come back and start to wrap things up in a moment on Henderson Lions football.
People's State Bank is proud to announce a new 24-hour customer service access line, an incredible advancement in bank customer service. All you need to do is press a few buttons, and you can receive your checking, savings, CDs, and loan balances. Here's the number, 657-7019. That's 657-7019. You receive step-by-step procedures that are easy to follow. That's 657-7019. It's incredible. People's State Bank, member FDIC.
And back here in Henderson, where your Lions have won it 42-33 to go 2-0 on the season, heading into next week's matchup right here in Henderson against A. Maceo Smith. As once again, guys, I'm Charles Witt alongside Charlie Franklin and Bobby Briscoe. An interesting game. What do you take from this game, though? A lot different from last week's game at Palestine.
I tell you what, we have got more speed and more quickness than I really realized. Tonight we played a good football team. A lot of good, big, strong kids they had, and they had some quickness. Got a good quarterback. Of course, they put up some points, but they put them up on plays. Sometimes mistakes we made. In fact, mistakes we made on a couple of times, just pure mistakes. Instead of them beating us, we beat ourselves. We played a good football game. Offensively, we'll improve. We'll get better. You always improve offensively. I think our defense has really improved. I think what the coaches did last week with their kids has really helped us. I really enjoyed this. It was really exciting. I'm going to enjoy watching it next week.
It's a good football game, I tell you. You know, we knew coming in that Nacogdoches could put points on the board. We knew the quarterback wasn't a fluke. Got 133 yards last week against Bryan. You know, our defense just bent in the first half, as you said, Charles, but never did break, and our special team kept us in the game early. Then our offense picked up, our passing game came through, and the passing game was such a big part. The special teams were great tonight. Just a team victory, man. A lot of people on the blue jerseys had a part in this victory. A lot of big plays on both sides of the ball and the kicking game.
As we wrap things up, we'll bring you this scoreboard update brought to you by Dogwood Orthopedic Clinic, Dr. Roger C. Sessions and Dr. Sean M. Fagari, specializing in sports medicine, arthroscopic surgery, total joint replacement, and orthopedic medicine and surgery at 612 North High, Suite A, or you can call 657-1441. Looking at Class 5A action, an upset in the making. Fourth quarter, Clean Ellison 7, Longview 3. Also in the third quarter, Dallas Skyline still in a scoreless game with John Tyler. And in the fourth, Robert E. Lee 14 and Irving High now 11. And those are two big games as both Longview and John Tyler rated in the top 10 in the state. John Tyler, number 1 in Class 5A. In Class 4A, Jacksonville has opened it up now, 35-10 over Jasper in the fourth quarter, as they really turned on the offense in the second half, it looks like.
Jacksonville's for real.
Also in the fourth, it's Rusk 18, Pine Tree 13.
Get them, Eagles.
Third quarter, Kilgore 10 and Mount Pleasant 6. In the fourth, Carthage 38-0 over Atlanta. Sherman 17-0 over Sulphur Springs in the fourth quarter. And Paris 15, Palestine 0 in the third quarter. Also down the line, Class 3A, it's Center now beating Tatum 19-15 in the fourth quarter. And Lufkin 35, Temple 0 in the fourth quarter. Tomorrow, it is Shreveport Evangel hosting Marshall at 2 o'clock. I believe that game's going to be played in Shreveport. Also, Mount Enterprise taking on Holland tomorrow at 7:30 at College Station. As that does it, another great game, guys.
It really was. I have a question for both of you. Do you think there was ever a turning point in this game?
Yeah. When they kicked off first play of the game.
You really think that? I'm serious.
Yeah, I was kind of joking.
I know.
I think the turning point.
If there was there ever a turning point? Though?
There was 3 or 4 turning points.
Yeah,
really.
There never really was.
Not one play.
I didn't see one.
Not one.
Because it just, if we had another quarter to go, it would still be another exciting quarter.
Yeah.
The only play I'd say was that 22-yard touchdown run by Neal in the third quarter.
Yeah.
Gave us that first 14-point gap after Nacogdoches had come back and closed it to 7.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But other than that, it's
so many big plays on both sides there. It's really,
there was never that clear.
Just pick them,
Clear
a lot of big
turn.
plays. A lot of big plays.
As that does it.
Hey, put it in the W column.
Can we write that down in the win column?
In the W column.
All right, we'll do it.
It's marked. As your Lions win it 42-33. I'm Charles Witt. And for Bobby Briscoe and Charlie Franklin, Chipper Dean, and all the gang back at KGRI, once again, your Lions win it. They go 2-0 on the season, 42-33 winners here tonight in Henderson. Have a great night on the Lions Football Network.